Hello and welcome back to a little bit of an eventful episode of Rays Franchise. So, when I came to my surprise, because I've been pre-recorded all these episodes for about a week now, so this is my first time sitting down and actually playing games on here. I've been busy with work and stuff like that, so I knew I was going to be busy, pre-recorded. And so, this is the day of the off-season video coming out. It came out about, 8 hours ago now. It's 9 o'clock. 9, almost 10 Eastern, right? So, or it's actually a day old. The off season had to be redone because I apparently didn't save the file, and it just hopped back to the final week of the regular season. Brody Hopkins is out with a groin injury. That's one of the only real changes that happened. So that means Manny is still going to be on the major league team, which isn't anything crazy. And then somehow settings changed, so I signed a bunch of guys. I waived them, right? Gino Suarez is the only one that I decided to actually go out and bring back. But Carson Williams is still here. All the trades that I made, like Randy Arozarena's back. Miguel Andujar is one of the things that changed. He did not want to come back on a one-year deal, and I wasn't about to lose him. So he gets an extra $11 million, as it was only a one-year deal originally. All the trades that we made, I replicated in the offseason. So this should be an identical team to what it was going to be when I hopped in here, right? So we still brought in Randy Arozarena. Still had an incredible year. Cam Smith, who's somehow actually better than him in terms of overall. We know that's not true, but in 80 games, he sure played nice against lefties. Randy Arozarena, Gabe Spires is still here. Tyler Holton was signed. Trey Morgan's still here. Jack Dreyer was traded for, so there's that. Jackie Zachary, and then Leo Rivas is the Brett Wisely replacement. Because I DFA'd him in real life and then signed him to a cheap one-year deal again, because I didn't want to give him the arbitration numbers. He actually decided that he was just going to go bye-bye, and I couldn't stop it. So, Leo Rivas, welcome to the team. He's kind of just an identical guy, plays all the same positions for the most part. Not as good defensively, but a little bit better of a hitter, so I think it's just kind of a net zero, right, in terms of change. They signed, some, like, it was weird. Hold up, let me go find transactions reports. And you can see just from or not, but it signed Ronaldo Lopez and Adam Cervelli or Savali. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm just waiving them, right? I wasn't going to do that. Very weird, but nonetheless, it's time for opening day, as I'm 7 minutes into the recording because I had to re-record the opening multiple times. But it's opening day in Pittsburgh, where our new ace, Nolan McLean, is facing off against the Pirates' young ace, Paul Skeens. And with that flyover, it is officially the start of the 2029 MLB season. We got two young and exciting teams. It's the Tampa Bay Rays and the Pittsburgh Pirates here at PNC Park. It's a beautiful stadium when your team is not down by 10. It truly is. But we're not here to talk about how bad my Reds have been of late. We're here to talk about how good these Rays can be going into the season. Right? We made a bunch of big and aggressive moves, and we're projected to finish third in the AL East. And we are currently also projected, the wild card's projected to be 85 games. We're projected to win 85 games. So, with that, let the season commence. Paul Skeens on the mound, his numbers: 3-time Cy Young Award winner, a 3.63 ERA, led the NL in strikeouts, 17-7 record, one of the most dominating players in all of baseball. And up stands our young, high upside rookie, Jackie Zachary. Big number 31 The 1-1 here from Skeens. Able to foul off that splinker splitter just early on it. Like I said, it's been a week since I last played as the 1-2. It's a high fastball. Looks beautiful to the hitter. Just unable to make contact with it as we take a look. For James, supposed to be our second best guy in terms of average. Love to see that. Trey Morgan getting everyday playing time. Brent Rooker, Jonathan Aranda, Junior Caminero, all expected to have huge power seasons. As the 1-1 here to Junior, taken just off the plate away. Finished with 40 homers last year. A great season for Caminero. The 2-1 pitch, way high, 100 upstairs. I want nothing to do with that kind of a pitch. As the 3-1 is going to be right at the knees for strike 2. An absolutely dotted fastball. Junior was not ready for that pitch as here comes the payoff offering. Swinging through a hung sweeper. And that's back-to-back strikeouts to start the day for Paul Skeens. As we were just barely early on that breaker. The 1-1 here to Aranda. Just able to foul off 100 miles an hour. It was good timing and was a fastball down the heart of the plate. The 1-2. Upstairs. Good take by the 3-time All-Star. He won a Gold Glove, did Jonathan Aranda, in what was the simulation of last year. He apparently did not win it in the extra 2 weeks, as that's a little jam base hit. Weak contact on a breaking ball that almost hit him. And that's how we get our first hit of the day. You can't see where that pitch was, but it was a slider on the lining of the batter's box. As I think that was off the plate. Brent Rooker willing to use a challenge early, and it just got the corner. Oh, what a pitch by Skeens. It looked like it was in the same spot that Junior Caminero was able to take off the plate. Here's the 1-2. That's high. But Brent Rooker still won his Silver Slugger from a year ago, which is always good to see. The 2-2 is hit high in the air. We had fairly good timing on it just a bit early, and it's going to be a huge flyout. So I believe that's Magnum, as we'll go down in 4 batters. The debut of Nolan McLean. He will face O'Neal Cruz, Brian Reynolds, and Bryce Turang. The numbers for the former Mets ace as he looks to rebound. He will have the young backstop for James, who might only be 20 years old, but he's wiser beyond his years. And Nolan McLean will look to put on a show in his debut outing for the Tampa Bay Rays. Fastball high and upstairs. This is year 9 for O'Neal Cruz, which is insane to think we're that far ahead, as a couple pitches are fairly low to O'Neal Cruz, or fairly out of the zone. We'll try a fastball, see if we can't master McLean. And this is hit sky high. Chandler Simpson's got plenty of time to camp under it with his speed. And that's 1 down. As we'll take a look at this Pirates offense. Bryce Turang was brought in literally at the start of the offseason, as Connor Griffin is now a bench player against right-handed hitters. The former #1 overall prospect and kid that they got locked up with big money has not materialized into the player they originally thought he would become. As the 1-2 here to Reynolds is going to be sauced up the middle for a single. All over that pitch, as that sinker on the outside corner of the plate will be a nice easy base hit, as up comes Turang. Pitching out of the stretch for the first time on the day, as that's a dotted sinker. And we'll go to the circle change away. Big block by Ford James. He just truly has become one of the better catchers in baseball just in his short time in the big leagues. And this will be a payoff pitch to Bryce Terang. Laurel Gurriel Jr. on deck as that's popped foul out of play. And as the rally towels are flying around in Pittsburgh, that will be ball 4. It's a 1-out walk, and that'll put 2 runners on for Gurriel. Still struggling to find location with Nolan McLean in his debut. Opening day jitters, perhaps, as that's a big looping curveball, unable to get the swing and miss. We're going to try and go fastball outside, just off the plate, unable to get a swing. We'll try a breaking ball. That'll get the swing and a miss. Gurriel down on strikes. Nolan McLean, his first strikeout as a Ray, and that's 2 down here in the first inning on opening day. That will bring up Wilson Contreras, former catcher in his own right, his 3rd NL Central team. Started his career as the Cubs catcher, as that's a big strikeout to leave 2 men on. Nolan McLean showed some woes, but dominance as well in his first inning. That's been a big chunk of his career in this franchise. We'll see if we can't get him some run support. Up stands the return. The former face of the franchise, Randy Arozarena, is back in a Rays uniform. The first pitch, or technically the 3rd pitch to him, was outside, a nice splitter off the plate. As Randy has put together such a nice career for him. As that pitch is low, for James is on deck. It will be his first plate appearance of the season, if you can believe that. The 3-1 offering is down the middle, and Randy Arozarena, welcome back to Tampa Bay. 409 to the pull side gap. Randy Arozarena off Paul Skeens. Welcome back, Randy. Letting the third base coach Hicks know about it. Welcome back, Randy Arozarena. Just got a fastball over the heart of the plate, and he didn't miss it. Tattooed the ball. Paul Skeens knew it instantly. He's going to need to get a new baseball. What a swing. Welcome back, Randy. The 2-1 here to Ford. Swung through on the splitter just out of the zone. We were early on it. And it's 2-2 to the star rookie sensation. Swinging through back-to-back splitters. He's down on strikes. 3rd strikeout of the day for Skeens. Just ahead of that splitter. Caught the zone, and up comes Trey Morgan. Fouls off that splitter. Trey Morgan was very, very good in the 30 games he played in the lost, I'll say, file. As that's a base hit for him. Good timing on a middle splitter. He did not have as good of a time, though, in the resim that I had to do. But he still is going to be a key piece of this team. As we got one on for Carson Williams, who had a very disappointing year a year ago. As we swing over that splitter. Splitter's low. It's going to be hard getting hits off Skeens. And that one's rolled slowly to the third baseman. Carson Williams just unable to beat it out. But Randy Arozarena got us on the board with a moonshot. A big home run on a fastball down Broadway. Jake Magnum, the left fielder, stepping in here against Nolan McLean. The 1-1 pitch is a breaking ball just off the plate away. The reigning Gold Glove Award winner in left field is that sinker's by him for a strike. Swinging over top of it. Here's the 2-2 pitch. We'll try a fastball in, just unable to get the swing and a miss. And Royce Lewis, who was a late signing to this Pirates team, on deck, as that's a big swing and a miss on the outside curveball. Down goes Magnum, as that is now the third strikeout for McLean. And we got 2-2, or 2-1, sorry. Or 1-2 to Royce Lewis. Something with a 2 in it. Fastball popped sky high. Trey Morgan looking over at it, but it'll get out of play. And here comes the 1-2 breaking ball. Big looping curve fouled off by Royce, the former #1 overall pick. Former top prospect of the Twins. And that fastball's just in. We're going to try and get a changeup in, see if we can't get a big swing and a miss. And it is a big swing and a miss. 4 James will throw down to finish the putout. 4th strikeout of the day for McLean, as he's having a, so far, fairly nice debut. A single and a walk are the 2 base runners, and up comes Adley Rutschman. I will note that the Rockies still did trade Hunter Goodman. It just was not to these Pirates in the resim, as that smoked on a line. Trey Morgan can't get there. As we'll throw it back in with Chandler Simpson. It's a 2-out double for Adley. And that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter Jared Triolo, who is starting over the former top prospect in all of baseballs. That fastball is called a strike. Right in the top of the zone, get in the corner. We'll go to the big breaking ball, and that slashed through the infield. Adley's trying to come home. It's a good throw to 4 James, and they get Adley at the plate. Trey Morgan, the first baseman, out in right field with the hose. That's how you end an inning. Up stands the 9-hole hitter Chandler Simpson. Elite speed. Just unfortunately has never put it together as a hitter, as that fastball's by us. I thought about maybe trying to draw a bunt down, but the third baseman was playing way too close. As here comes the 1-2 offering from Skeens, as that's off the plate. I'm not necessarily against bunting with 2 strikes with Chandler. He just isn't that good of a bunter. Right, with his speed, as he gets sat down on strikes, 98 at the top of the zone. Strikeout number 4 for Paul Skeens. I wouldn't be against it. It's just not the correct baseball move. As here's another speedster. As that sinker, good timing on it, it felt like. We were just early on 96. As here comes Jackie Zachary. Struck out his first time. And a 2-2 count now here to Paul Skeens. The 2-2 pitch. Fouling off a changeup. We were just... No, good timing. It looked early. The game says good. I disagree. And that one served into the outfield. Well hit. That's going to head to the gap. O'Neal Cruz able to make the catch. That's unrealistic. As that's tracked down in the outfield. Just late. That looks like good timing. But here comes Junior. Fastball dots the outside corner for a strike. And it'll be 1-2 here from Skeens. That one's weakly hit. It's going to be easily playable. And that's out number 3. We go in order. Up comes the known Gold Glover, O'Neal Cruz. As that's just off the plate away. We'll try a circle change that dots the corner here on the 2-1 offering. And he's going to sock that through the infield. Trey Morgan makes the play. The throw it back into second base, as it's a leadoff single. And now we got to be careful here with Brian Reynolds, who singled in his first at-bat. As we're getting really, really low on the sinker. We'll be early on that one. Zachary unable to make the play, but he kept it in the infield. We tried to just flip it to second. It took too long. It would have been a tough play to get the batter runner. As this is the fact... Okay, we got the out. I was trying to guide him to first, and Aranda just stopped. I was going to try and touch the bag and go to second. Unfortunately, it did not allow me to do that, which I guess is kind of annoying, as here's an infield pop-up. This can get us one out closer from out of the inning. What a great job to get that pop-up, and now we are a strikeout away from being out of this inning. So that breaking ball's just low to the 3-time All-Star. We'll try and get that sinker as it's going to hit Nolan McLean. Does he have a play at first? No. A comebacker hits Nolan McLean. It's an RBI single. Nolan McLean looks like he is okay. Kind of walking around on it. He says he's fine. An unfortunate RBI on a bruise. And now we tango with Jake Magnum, who slugs that one foul. If he just avoided the ankles, we could have possibly gotten a play behind him. And that strikeout ends the inning. The Pirates tie it back up, as we'll try and bounce back from what was an unfortunate little ankle biter to our ace pitcher. As we take a look one more time at some of our stats, Junior Caminero is supposed to lead us in WAR. Chandler Simpson, 32 stolen bases. That feels kind of low for him. Homers and RBIs, not surprising. It's Junior. Brent Rooker supposed to lead us in OPS, and Jonathan Aranda supposed to basically hit us almost 290 again. That's been his benchmark over the past couple years. And he's currently hitting 1,000 for us. The 1-1 to Aranda, he fouls back. It's a high fastball. Felt like it was good timing, just a tad late. As Paul Skeens has been fairly pitch dominant, as we're just early on that sinker. Hasn't had to worry about the total base runners, as a double play got him out of our only real inning that we put up a massive threat. As that sweeper almost hits you, Aranda. And that's almost where he got his first base hit of the year. The 2-2 to Aranda. And that's slugged into the gap. That's going to get down for a base hit, as it's off the top of the wall. Aranda cruising into second base on a slide, missing a homer by inches. They have that extended little piece at the top of the wall, and he hits it right off that yellow beam. Would have been a home run if they didn't have that added railing where the fans sit. What a slug by Aranda. Up comes Rooker with a man on second. The 1-1. I wanted to check my swing there, as we were just early on that. Here comes the 1-2 to Brent Rooker. Just high on 99. As Brent Rooker enters his 11th partial Major League season. As that one slugged into the gap, that's going to get down. That's an RBI double into the triples corner. With Rooker's speed, it's only a double, but it's an RBI double at that, as we're squaring up Paul Skeens here in the fourth. Back-to-back swings of almost 110 miles an hour off the bat. That one at 109. And it's a pair of back-to-back doubles. And up comes Randy Arozarena, who homered in his last at-bat. 2-1 to him. Fastball by us. Just too late on that offering. Here comes the 2-2. Just able to foul off the outside breaking ball. Felt like we had good timing. Just a hair early. The 70th pitch here from Skeens is going to be hit right to the second baseman. Hit it at 103. It's a productive out for Randy, as he's able to move the runner. And up comes Ford James, who's 0 for 1 on the day. Struck out his first time. Let's see if we can't get that run in the second time. And this is hit a mile high in the air out to O'Neal Cruz. We're going to try and tag. The throw is cut by Triolo, and Rooker will score. It's a sac fly RBI for Ford James, as we got 2 off Skeens in the 4th. And that'll bring up Trey Morgan. Big Trey Morgan, as that was a sinker with good timing. We just hit it too high in the air. The 2-1 offering as we swing through a changeup, trying to be aggressive. As this will be the 25th pitch of the inning for Paul Skeens. And that's slugged high in the air. If it's fair, it's gone. It's foul. Just good timing on a perfectly located splitter. As we'll be able to foul off that fastball just high. It was just a hair high. As this will be the 80th pitch of the day for Skeens. And it's way high, full count. Here to big Trey Morgan. The payoff pitch to Trey. Smacks it foul. We'll see another. This will be the 9th pitch of the AB for Trey Morgan. The payoff pitch again. Off the plate away. It's a walk. Trey Morgan with a beautiful at-bat. And we got Paul Skeens on the ropes in the 4th inning. Up comes Carson Williams. Confidence draining. Same with energy. Here comes the 85th pitch of the day. And it's a fastball inside. Rutschman disagrees. He goes to the helmet. And it was just inside. We're both down a challenge. 2-1 here to Carson Williams against Paul Skeens. That's a middle fastball. Just not what we were looking for, as the energy from Skeens is low. The 2-2 offering to Carson Williams. By him for a fastball. Strike 3. Carson Williams down, but the damage was done. We got 2 more, and Skeens is on the ropes. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Up stands Royce Lewis. 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the 74th pitch from McLean. It's a sinker down the heart of the plate for a taken strike. The 1-2 here to Royce. We're going to try and get that fastball up and in. It's too high. Not quite in enough. We're going to try and run this sweeper. The 2-2. Big swing and a miss. Down goes Royce Lewis. 6th strikeout of the day for McLean as we take a look at the pitch usage. The sinker has been the primary pitch. He's given up 3 hits on it. The circle change we haven't really gone back to, as we probably want to use our 2 breaking balls a little bit more. It's been very sinker and fastball on the day. And we've had good success when throwing the sweeper, as here comes the 2-1 offering to Rutschman. And that's socked. Randy's going to get to it. It's a 2-hit day for Adley. He's got himself a double and a single. He's the 2 hardest parts away from the cycle. And up stands Jared Triolo, as that's a big cut and a miss on the sinker. We're going to try and get a roll over here. Perfect location, and he's just able to hit it over the head of the shortstop. We're going to throw it into 3rd. Keep the runner from trying to take an extra base. So that was just a perfectly located changeup down and away. We'll go to the changeup off, and it's smacked over the head of the 3rd baseman, but foul. And we'll go to a changeup, the 1-2. Taken for a ball. We can try the big curveball. The looping curve. Fouled off. We need this out so badly. Fastball popped up behind the plate. For James under it. That's out number 2. And here comes family tradition, Brian Reynolds. We're going to have to be careful, as that's 3-1 to Brian Reynolds. We're going to bear down for the 95th pitch of the game. Fastball taken for strike 2. We're going to try and bear down just one more time. Taken for a ball. Nolan McLean, pitch count is getting up there as well. And we're going to call a mound visit. We're going to get Ian Seymour stretching and tossing. And we got a lot of lefties in this bullpen. Ben Brown also can give us some length. We're going to warm him up as well. And it's now time to attack Bryce Terang. Nowhere to put him. That's just off the plate inside. Got to be careful. To one of the better hitters in the sport. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball. It's going to be rolled over. We'll go short way. And we get out of the 4th inning. It will take 100 pitches to get through 4. But McLean able to get through it. Luke Weaver is in for the Pirates. That was the end of Skeen's day. To the bullpen they now go. And here comes the elite speed of Chandler Simpson. The 1-1 pitch. The Simpson is smacked into the outfield. It's going to be hit right to O'Neal Cruz, though. Good timing on that slider. We were hunting for a pitch to do damage on. We got it. Just unable to do damage with it. And up comes Jackie Zachary. The 1-1 is down, taken for a ball. Aaron Judge, 18 homers away from 300, or 500, sorry. And they're showing Gino Suarez of the Tampa Bay Rays is less than 30 homers away from 400 career. Rodon needs 2 more strikeouts for 2,000. And that 3-1 pitch was just inside and roped hard to the first baseman. That's how they'll get the second out. Just early on that pitch, and up comes Junior. The 1-1. Swinging through a high fastball. Felt like it might have been a strike. Just barely high. As Junior's on a 14-game hitting streak dating back to last season. And he swings through that changeup. We go down in order. Out for the 5th inning is Nolan McLean. His pitch count is up there. But we trust our ace to motor through the 5th. As that sinker puts him in jeopardy now. The 1-1 sinker pretty well located inside, able to be hit for a single. And he's going to get Wilson Contreras, and that's probably it. As we'll go, as that's chopped. Nice play by Aranda. The double play is completed. What a play by Jonathan Aranda. Gets the rollover, an athletic move by the first baseman to get to that ball. McLean covering and able to watch that ankle. Able to keep it on the bag, and we'll let him face Jake Magnum now, as we will let our ace try and compete for the win. The 1-1 pitch is a breaking ball that's going to be hit foul, and we're now ahead 1-2. Can the 112th pitch be McLean's final? Nope. As the former Ray, Magnum, we're going to try and go to a breaking ball outside again. It's going to be hit weakly foul. We're going to go to the changeup outside, try and get Jake Magnum to chase it. And he's going to roll it over weakly to Junior. The throw on, got him. 5 strong innings from our ace. He will leave the 5th inning with a 3-1 advantage. Taking a look at the highlights so far, Randy Arozarena with a moonshot off Skeens. Trey Morgan gunning Adley Rutschman at the plate. Got a piece on him. The little dribbler that kicks off the foot of McLean scored a run. And that's the only run for the Pirates so far today. Brent Rooker with an RBI double. Scored 1. And then Ford James with a moonshot sac fly scored Rooker 2 batters later. As Luke Weaver still out here. He will face Jonathan Aranda, who made a great play in the field that got a crucial double play for this team. It's okay. I was Not going to square a bunt in a 1-2 count. Just checking to see. I thought it showed his number was 6. It was supposed to be 8. Didn't know if it somehow got changed during the resim of the offseason. But it was not. The 2-2 offering now to Aranda. Off the plate, it will go full. Aranda with a single and... Or, sorry, he's 2 for 2. A single and a near homer. And that's going to be stopped by Contreras. Aranda in a foot race. Weaver will win it. A hard ground ball to the first baseman. As that'll bring up Brent Rooker, who's 1 for 2 on the day. The 2-1 here to Rooker. The kick and the pitch is high. It's a fastball upstairs. Rooker got his 1,000th hit last year. It was a great second half of the year for Rookers. That's a big swing and a miss on an outside changeup. That would have been ball 4. Instead, the count is full again. Back-to-back full counts for Weaver. And that fastball fouled back by Rooker. Good timing on a power swing, unable to put it in play. And here comes the payoff pitch again. As it's going to be early on a cutter outside. It's rolled over, and the play will be made. 2 gone here, and they will now go back to the bullpen. Luke Weaver's day is done after 3 outs, bridging 2 innings. Or sorry, he got 5 outs. So a great outing for the former starter. And here's Angel Zerpa. And that will bring up Randy Arozarena, who, some heavy music for this home run. What a swing by Randy, and he knew it. His first back with the Rays. As that music just gave me heart palpitations. Might be that or the too many energy drinks, as the 1-1 is just off the plate away. He is now 2 homers away from 200. The former Cardinal, as that's just inside. Rutschman's about to lose his second challenge of the day. Yep, no, that... Or not. Just catching the inside black for a strike. And it will be a 2-2 count here to Randy. And that's hit hard to second base. Good contact on the sinker. It does what it's supposed to. As we'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Royce Lewis will lead us off. Rutschman and Triolo to follow. The season debut of Ben Brown. His numbers last year, 80 innings between us and the Cubs. 4-4, 14 holds, a great whip, and a pretty solid ERA. He's got a fastball that touches triple digits. A big 12-6 curveball. As that's hit high in the air. Randy's going to go out and get it. His first big play of the day. As that's an easy first out, as we'll face Rutschman. We'll try and dance to change up outside. Gets a big swing and miss. And we'll go to the big true 12-6 breaker. Off the plate, he thought about it. That just tells you how confusing that pitch can be. So we'll try and get a fastball into Adley. And that's by him. Brown able to finally sit down Rutschman. The former Cub, so far dominating his former division rivals. We'll try a big 12-6 to Jared Triolo that gets a big hack. Swing and a miss. And the utility Gold Glover, Jared Triolo, is going to loop a bloop single over the heads of the infield. Randy will throw it back into Zachary, who makes an athletic play to keep it from going all the way over to first. And now we got to be careful. Light tower power from the center fielder, who's going to hit it deep to our center fielder. 2 steps shy of the track. Will end the inning for James. A sac fly, RBI, and a strikeout. He will face a lefty for the first time today. Had some reverse splits in the minors. With the 1-1 offering inside, almost got him on the slider. Brushing him back. Hits both sides very, very well, even though he has reverse splits. As that fastball just eats us up. Good timing, just unable to do anything with that pitch. As here comes the 2-2. That's shot high in the air. Good timing on the sinker. It's going to be out to Reynolds to make the catch. One down, here comes Trey Morgan. He's singled and walked on the day, as he will still get this at bat, as that sinker's low. We trust Trey Morgan a lot. He can hit lefties, although he's not phenomenal. He's also a fairly good glove in the outfield, so we don't want to pull him, as that slider was high. Just early on that pitch, however. The 2-2 to Trey Morgan. And good timing on a slider. That's going to be out number 2 as he hits it higher than he did far. And that'll bring up Carson Williams, who was great against lefties, struggled against righties last year, hit 10 homers in a very short sample. As he's staying in there against a tough lefty. Almost has 80 power against lefties. As the 2-1 offering is going to be socked into the outfield at 103. O'Neal Cruz going back on it will make the catch just shy of the track and wall. And that will be the 7th inning stretch on opening day. Ben Brown still out there. We're going to try and have him give us 2 innings of work, as it's 3-1 to Brian Reynolds, who's going to hit it weakly up, or not necessarily weakly, but up the middle of the infield. It's a leadoff single for Reynolds, and now we got to be careful as we'll face Bryce Terang, the former Brewer, as we saw an in-division trade right before the season started. The 2-2 pitch, and that's past Aranda. Out to Morgan. It will go first to third is Reynolds, and now the tying run is at first. The go-ahead is at the plate. The fastball ran middle. Aranda unable to make the play, as that's hit a mile foul. As we'll go try and get a strikeout here on the big looping curve. And he's just able to foul that off. How? We'll go to a changeup low. Just off the plate. Unable to get a chase. The 2-2 from Brown. It's going to be popped foul. We got action in the bullpen. The 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 by Gurriel. A big, strong fastball by him. This will bring up Wilson Contreras. Fastball not well located. Just able or unable to keep it fair. As this breaking ball will get another big swing and a miss. Ben Brown locking in when we need it most. Back-to-back Ks. And this will bring up the switch hitter, Jake Magnum. And we're going to let Ben Brown stay out there. Fastball, top of the zone. He's not locating in this outing. As we'll try and get the breaking ball off the plate. It's spiked for James with a good block. He runs it into the infield. Make sure everybody stays put. And here comes the 2-2. We'll try and get a changeup off. And the count goes full. We're going to step off, as I don't know why Carson Williams would go cover second. I'm pretty sure it's a balk if I threw it there anyway. And we're going to bear down. The runner will be off from first. The fastball is going to be shot to center. Chandler Simpson's there. And a risky 7th inning. Ben Brown able to get out of the jam. Out comes Hunter Barco, the lefty, to face Chandler Simpson, who's 0 for 2. Just late on that fastball as it's fouled back. It was a tad bit high. Chandler Simpson's zone a little bit lower than everybody else's. Not a very tall guys. Here comes the 1-2. Just off the plate. Chandler disagrees. He's going to challenge that pitch, and he's going to win it. Take the strikeout off the board. Chandler's still alive. Now what can he do with that second life is yet to be determined. The 2-2 offering from Barco is going to be slashed through the infield. It's a leadoff single for the ultimate speedster, Chandler Simpson. Jackie Zachary now the batter. Elite speed over at first, and he's off. Adley Rutschman with good pop time, unable to get. Chandler Simpson is his first stolen base of the year. Shocker, I know, on opening day. The 1-2 now here to Zachary. Big swing and a miss on the big looping curveball. Just a bit early on that pitch, I think. And they will intentionally walk Junior Caminero. They will try to get to Jonathan Aranda, who hits lefties still very well. Despite the platoon matchup, the 1-1 pitch, way early on 79 from Barco. Has the really slow breaking stuff. So here comes the 1-2. And that's going to be socked into the outfield. That's going to score another run. Here comes Simpson. They intentionally walk the wrong man. Jonathan Aranda with a bloop single. It's a 3-run game. Just able to get one into the outfield. And with Chandler Simpson's speed, it was gravy. An easy run, and up comes Brent Rooker. 1 for 3 on the day. The 1-1 pitch. Unable to check our swing on that low changeup. The 1-1 coming. Or sorry, the 1-2 coming. That's socked into the gap. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Coming around third is Aranda. We're going to try and score 2 on this. Caminero in. Aranda safe. A 2-run double by Brent Rooker. It's 6-1 Tampa Bay. As that'll be the end of the day for Barco. Good riddance, Hunter Barco. He will be taken. The ball will be taken from him as the Pirates will go back to the bullpen. And it'll be Brandon Bedois, whatever his name is. You know, you can't throw a middle breaker to Brent Rooker. As Rooker stands on second, here comes Randy. And he's going to serve one into the outfield yet again. We're not going to test the arm of Reynolds. The good throw probably gets Rooker. And we will decide to just let Ford James try and keep this inning moving. The 1-1 to Ford is low. We're going to have Randy moving on the pitch. Randy running on the pitch. A bad throw. It's going to be 2 in scoring position. Randy with a stolen base, and that takes away the double play. As that was also just a perfect cutter. The 2-2. And that's going to be 2 runs. That's into the outfield. Ford James cashes in with an RBI single. It's 8-1 on opening day. Trey Morgan coming back up to the plate. Single and a walk. The 1-1 to Morgan. Big swing and a miss on the down and in slider. As we are going to try and play for more runs here. As a big inning has gotten us. As that's an ugly swing on the slider. Tying him up. Trey Morgan not ready for it. And up comes Carson Williams. The 1-1 from Brandon Bedois. Somehow able to not go around on that breaker. Even though it's a cutter, that moves like a breaking ball. The 2-1 offering. And that's outside again. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. The 3-1 offering. It's going to be blooped into the outfield. It's going to be easily playable for Reynolds. As we got plenty of runs in that inning. Courtesy of Hunter Barco. It's 8-1 Rays. Coming into the game now is Ian Seymour. In 42 games as a long reliever / starter, he was excellent. And he is in to the game in the 8th inning on mop-up duty, trying to just seal away this win. As Trey Morgan's going to make the first out of the inning on a little lazy pop by Royce Lewis. That'll bring up Adley Rutschman, who's 2 for 3. We finally got him out his last time, and this is going to be the second time he's retired on the day. Jackie Zachary probably could have just walked it over to first base. This will now face Jared Triolo, who we've actually not been able to get out today. He's 3 for 3. We're going to try and get a sweeper just off the plate for strike 3, and he swings over top of it. Ian Seymour, a clean 8th. Here comes Chandler, who single sparked the big inning just an inning ago. The 1-2 to Chandler. And that's going to be another bloop single maybe. Bryce Terrain can't get there. A pair of bloops for Chandler Simpson. And we got another leadoff man on. That'll bring up Zachary. The 1-1 to Jackie Zachary. As the long hold with the speed of Chandler on the bases, that's just fouled over the third baseman's head. We might have Chandler off on this pitch. Who knows? Brandon doesn't know, I'll tell you that. As he'll stay, and that's socked through the infield. That's another base hit. As we keep the train moving, 2 elite speedsters on. Zachary's first hit of the season, and that'll bring up Junior Caminero. We might try for a double steal here as they throw back to second. Smart decision. As we will try for the double steal. The 1-1 pitch. It's a fastball in. The throw's not in time. And that's a double steal successfully done. And that's fairly Bush League, but we don't really care right now. It's 1-2. Junior's hit streak on the line. It's a fastball down and outside. It will even the count at 2 apiece. He's been intentionally walked today, so the on-base streak will survive. The hit streak is the one in jeopardy. The 2-2 pitch is going to be smacked to third. A run will come in on the ground ball. Good timing on that fastball. And up comes Jonathan Aranda. 3 for 4 on the day with a near homer. Here comes the 2-2 offering with elite speed at second. Swing and a miss. The slider ties him up. A wicked sliders. They'll go to the bullpen again. It'll be Justin Slayton to face Brent Rooker. We had good timing on that slider, believe it or not, but it doesn't matter when it almost hits you. So the 1-1 is socked high in the air, deep out to center, but playable. Good timing, 102 exit velo. The 45-degree launch angle won't get out unless it's in course. As it's 9-1 here on opening day. As I don't know why Jack Dreyer is being shown on this, but you know what? Hell yeah. We were a good pitching staff. The offense was bad. Feel like we kind of knew that though. Or what are these runs per game? Yeah, this was our pitching. Not great. Or our pitching was great. Our hitting was not last year. And that's what cost us. Is what a play by Ian Seymour. A behind the back spin. And he's going to take away a base hit from O'Neal Cruz. Are you kidding me? What a play by Ian Seymour. As we'll turn Brian Reynolds around to the right side. As that changeup is going to catch the corner for a strike. And let's just run this cutter in. It's popped sky high out of play. Foul third base side. And we're going to try and just get a killer sweeper going. Sweeper in. Takes it. Good take. As we don't care if we walk Reynolds. Unless they got an 8-run play in their back pocket. Which I don't think is possible. Last time I checked. But either way, that's a weak ground out on ball 4. And we got 2 down here. It will be Bryce Terang, who is singled. He's also gotten out twice. He's 1 for 3. And we are now a strike away from ending this day. Ian Seymour, unable to get it. It will be going right to the Pirates ball boy. We're going to get this cutter off the plate. Seymour, it's socked, rolled over. And that's the day. Rays win opening day. Kevin Cash celebrating an opening day victory. Something we haven't done, I believe, in this series. Normally on opening days we get destroyed against a good ace, but they weren't ready for ours. And we were ready for Paul Skeens as we out-hit the Pirates only by 1. But we scored 8 more runs. We were more efficient with ours. As Nolan McLean gets the win in his Rays debut. What an opening day win for the Tampa Bay Rays. Alright, so I am back. I've just taken a little bit of a break to shuffle up the minor league teams, along as to catch, at least so far, most of the Rockets game. Or not, sorry, the Rockets, the Thunder Spurs game. If you see me glance over here, it's currently 3:16 to left. Spurs are up by 2. Wemby's at the line. First free throw is good. We're currently in double overtime in that game, so I'm going to be probably taking a couple glances over. But it's been about 40 minutes since we played opening day, and we can take a look at some of the impressive numbers from our young team. Jackie Zachary got on with a single. Junior intentionally walked, also had a sac fly RBI. Had a ground ball RBI. Aranda, what a great day. Rooker with 3 RBIs. Randy Arozarena hit his first home run of the year. Why are you regressing? Okay, well, he's just getting worse for no reason. But as those lineups can fix themselves, Ryan Pepio versus Joe Musgrove, who returned home. We are going to player lock, as we will have that auto fix itself because I don't feel like dealing with that. We're going to player lock as Ryan Pepio, our young second ace, who made the opening day start last year, will get game 2 of the season. Looking back on yesterday, Nolan McLean had a good game, not an outstanding game. 8 hits, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks. He got hit around a little bit, but was able to get out of damage and out of danger when he needed to, although giving up 2 base runners a day or an inning is not how you want to live. Is that pitch count at 114 when he finally finished his day. As we've gone from 2 polarizingly different types of music. But Joe Musgrove in his return home to Pittsburgh, 10-11 last year, fairly good season for No Joe. Through the first no-hitter in Padres history. Dylan Harper's down on the court. It's 114 to 111. As our offense doesn't give us anything in the first inning. And we will face O'Neal Cruz, change up just off the plate outside. As we still got 4 James behind home plate catching game 2 of the year. Hunter Fiducia is not a bad backup catcher, ladies and gentlemen. He's gotten clutch hits for us as that slider was hung. Should have been stung. But somehow we get out of it as that cutter also hung. Swung through though. It's Colson Montgomery. As I understand how I have the camera set up, you kind of can't see the scrolling bar down beneath for the news. Colson Montgomery, 3 home runs in the first game of the season. As that fastball's popped high in the air. Under it is Aranda. That's out number 2. And that'll bring up Bryce Terang wearing Guardians legend Spencer Horwitz jersey number. I believe Horwitz wears 2 in real life, correct? Traded for Luis L. Ortiz. What a great trade. Is Jackie Zachary. What a play. He's going to love second base. He's got elite speed and a great glove. His arm does not profile well at shortstop. It profiles beautifully at second base. As what a play by the young second baseman. He's going to have a great year this year. And the Rays give us 2 runs of offense. Let's take a look and see how it happened. Arozarena with a second homer. And then Trey Morgan doubled and a single from Williams scored him. Randy Arozarena is loving his first at-bats of the year. He just keeps homering. I think he's happy to be back in the Tampa Bay. Kind of a navy. Not quite a navy, but a darker blue. As Pepio reached for his ankle weirdly there. Not sure if I love the look of that, as that's going to be a weak roller to the pitcher. Pepio will field it nicely, and that's out number 1. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. out on a broken bat. And up comes Wilson Contreras. Ryan Pepio so far pitching fairly well. Pitch count's low, although it is very, very early. 13 pitches to get 4 outs. Isn't very bad at all. Although we've gone 3-0 to Contreras. Don't want to necessarily groove him one, but we need to get a strike, because that's going to be strike 1 on a fastball that just gets the inside black. The 3-1 swung through right at the knees. That was also going to be a strike. And now let's have some fun with the curveball. The full count offering is going to be smacked through the hole at second. Not very well hit, but hit hard enough. As the Spurs lead by 4. Kind of calling 2 different games at once. That changeup's off the plate to Jake Magnum, the Gold Glove Award winner. The no-hitter is over. As it is no-hitter watch when you play the Pirates. I'm sorry. Unless they play the Reds. Then they then they do get no hit. They still win the game, though. As that's going to be a bloop single. That's going to bounce down in front of Trey Morgan. Going first to third is Contreras. It's a bad throw. Junior had to go up and turn into Jordan to get that ball. And up comes Royce Lewis. Fastball on the outside part of the plate for a strike. Let's try and get this slider in, down. Didn't really go where we wanted it at all. We'll try a changeup down and in. Did not get down or in. It ran, it's basically down the heart of the plate. We'll try a cutter upstairs. Get a chase. And it was a cutter down the middle. Hit hard to Trey Morgan. The runner will tag. The ball will be a bad throw in, not like how he did yesterday to get a runner. Speaking of the runner that he gunned at home plate, here comes Adley Rutschman. It's a fastball down the middle that he swings over top of. We need to lock in with Pepio, as that's hit high in the air. Randy's got it. That's going to end the inning, as he almost kills himself against that short wall. As we got ourselves another run back. As we can take a look to see how that happened. Another RBI by Ford James. Looks like a sac fly RBI for Ford. Have yourself a start to the year, young man. Had a sac fly RBI and an RBI double on opening day. He's now got his second sac fly of the year. That's a big, very big underrated play, the sac fly. Something that the Reds are dead last in. I wonder why we suck. Oh, we just don't do team baseball, but we have a manager and roster constructed. Got it. Curveball's hit a mile high in the air. Going back on its Chandler Simpson, way shy of the track. Hit more high than far. As he's camped under it, Jared Triolo's out. And up comes O'Neal Cruz, who outside of a single hasn't really done much this whole series, as he will tap his helmet, as that is just off the plate. As there's 20 seconds left in double overtime, the Spurs are up 6. Looks like the Spurs will claim victory on this one, as the count goes 2-0 to O'Neal Cruz. We'll try and get a slider in over the plate, maybe. Surprise pitch. He swings at it. Wasn't fooled, but not able to do anything with it. It was a good pitch. We're going to try a cutter high and upstairs. And that's called a strike. And apparently it was. That felt high. We're going to try a changeup down and away to get the swing and a miss 2-2. And the count will go full here to O'Neal. We'll try a curveball to get a big cut and a miss. We don't want to hang something for the big power, because he's able to foul off that pitch. We'll go fastball high and away. And it gets down the middle. It stung. And it's going to go over the Clemente wall for a homer. The fastball ran back over the middle of the plate. And O'Neal Cruz just able to sneak it over the Clemente wall. I thought maybe because of how hard it was hit, it had a chance to stay in and just go off the top lip. But that was just a true... That fastball was down the middle. Like, when I say middle, normally I mean like around the heart of the zone. No, that was centered up in the like middle zone. of the strike zone. That fastball was right there. Like, that one was right off it. That was down Broadway. So now it's a one-run game, as that's an ugly swing on a fastball. If you're going to swing ugly like that, we're going to try a cutter low and in. As Wemby's taunting fans, that ball's pieced up out to center field. Chandler Simpson will watch it fly over his head. Back-to-back jacks for the Pirates have tied this game. And where did that cutter end up? Ended up right there. I wanted it there. It finished up there, and that's what happens when you leave pitches over the plate to good hitters. So that fastball's perfectly thrown. 3 runs now on Pepio's table, as that's an ugly swing and a miss. We're going to try and lock in and get a cutter high and inside to sit down Bryce Terang. And it's called strike 3. Terang didn't seem to like it, but he goes down either way. Second strikeout of the day. And will now face Laurels Gurriel. Pink hair and all. Always has some kind of fun hairdo going on, whether it's whatever the spike job he gets done every other year. That was a strike. Should have challenged it for James. Maybe he feels a little bit of anxiousness to not challenge those kind of pitches. Still young in his career, he doesn't know that he can quite literally go out there and beat Chris Davis's hitless streak. And I will probably still play him every day. Because the alternative was bringing back Henry Davis to play catcher. And that's not good. What was good was that strikeout. Third strikeout, it's 3-3 at the end of 3. Pepio 4 hits, 2 homers, and the game is now knotted all up, but we're through 3 innings. As that socked past the dive of Junior Caminero, Randy Arozarena misses the ball, and he's going to give up an extra base. A single and an error will allow Wilson Contreras to take second. And now we got a tango with Jake Magnum. That's circle change. We can speak English today, don't worry. I believe in myself. That's a slow roller to second that will move the runner to third. Not ideal, as nobody's warming up in the bullpen. Kevin Cash surprisingly has faith with his starting pitcher. Haven't really seen that in the league's history. As that's a spiked ball for James with a beautiful block. And I'm considering pitching around Lewis, as that was called a strike. That was not a strike. Thank you, Blue. That changes what my plan was going to be for this at-bat, as that strike 3 to Lewis. My whole worry was he had a chance to get a sac fly, but if you're going to ring him up on that, there's no reason for me not to just try and attack him, as that changeup got left middle. Middle and down, as that fastball is by Rutschman. That was physically middle. We got to lock in. Slider, weak dribbler down to Junior. The throw-on's got him, and we wiggle out of the single and error. We're in the start of the 5th inning. It's tied 3 apiece. Now is Ryan Pepio. 62 pitches so far here in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's been a fairly good outing for our 2-starter Ryan Pepio. That fastball was grooved. He's left some pitches over the heart of the plate. He honestly should be getting rocked, as that's a slow tapper. For James will make the throw on to get Triolo. And Pepio will now face Oneil Cruz. As you can see, pitch 7 was down. That was middle. And this is where I was trying for that pitch to be located. I wanted that fastball right there. And as you can imagine, that is not right there. That fastball was perfect. We'll try a fastball outside now. Left it a little bit too center cut, and that's another base hit for Oneil. 2 hits on the day for Oneil Cruz. And now that will probably mean bullpen will start opening its doors here real soon. Gabe Spires and Tyler Holton both warming up. Is that changeup just inside? 2-2, fastball fouled back. Gotta be careful. O'Neal Cruz is leaning hard off of first. We will step off. Is he serious? He's 1.5 miles off the bag. Is that a strike? I was trying for a budget pitch out. And that ended up actually being a strike, because that's a big swing and a miss by Brian Reynolds. O'Neal Cruz is dancing. I'm trying to keep an eye on him as he's getting another big lead. We're going to try a quick move just to keep him honest. I don't want him to get a big lead and get second base, especially with a very talented hitter in Bryce Terang at the plate. But then yet again, we got to focus on the hitter. It's a catch-22 at this point. So we're ahead 0-2. The big looping curveball. Unable to get the swing and a miss. I dare you. I thought for sure he was going to try and go that time. It would have been the time to do it. As we give up a free ball to Bryce Terang, we'll try the changeup in. It's fouled off weakly down the first base line. The 2-2 offering, we'll try the cutter in. And that's going to get a big swing and a miss. Down goes Terang. Cruz left at first. We're through 5 innings with Pepio. That will end the day for Pepio, as we'll return to simulating to find out how this game went, and the Pittsburgh Pirates will walk it off. Brian Reynolds with a sac fly to end the game against Ben Brown. We will drop game 2. Unfortunate. Hunter Barco survives this game despite what he did the night prior. Cam Caminiti, we got a 12-game hitting streak on the line for Aranda. We're currently up by 1. Cam Caminiti got some run support early. He ran into trouble in the 5th inning. Overall, a fairly good start for him. But we need Jonathan Aranda to stay hot. Actually, we can take a look at the box score. Cam Caminiti did not actually get through 5. He was pulled. Tyler Holton came out to save the day. And then Manny Rodriguez. But we will face Luke Weaver. That's a big swing and a miss on a changeup. Felt just early timing. And I mean just early. The game says very. I can quite literally see where the bat track is, as that was very, very late on that fastball. Junior Caminero, a big insurance run. That's roped foul. That cutter got in us on a hurry. And that time we were early. The 0-2. Inside ball 1. A great take. We saw that cutter very well. The 1-2. Off the plate away. Counts even back up at 2 apiece. Need a big hit here from Jonathan. The 2-2. Big, ugly swing and a miss. And that will end the 7th inning. Jonathan Aranda strikes out on a wild pitch. And the Pirates have came all the way back. Who blowed it? It was blown in the 7th inning by Evan Phillips. Manny Rodriguez was an out away from getting out of the inning and couldn't do it. Oh my God. Okay. Jonathan Aranda looking to get his hitting streak extended. The 0-1. That's low. Swung through a pretty good slider at the bottom of the zone. Looked at one. That cutter. Good timing on a pitch that was just off the plate. 1-2 now. Just early on that slider. The 1-2. Good. Just early timing on a slider. As Aranda continues to fight in this AB. The game is not over yet. The 1-2. Strikeout, fastball bias. Felt like good timing. We did not get it. As why is Connor Griffin in center field? As we get to the second series, the Athletics. Luis Morales with a wonderful start against the A's. Jacob Lopez, great starts against their former team, Nolan McLean, as we're unable to sweep the A's. But hey, we're back to 500 as Ryan Pepio will take on the Diamondbacks. Corbin Burns as well. We'll sim game 1, and we're going to hop in with Cam Caminetti. Cam Caminetti back in the saddle for our second home game of the year. That was our home opener that we won the day before with Pepio on the mound against these Diamondbacks. As Geraldo Perdomo hits one weakly to center. The elite speed of Chandler Simpson will get the out, and here comes Ketel Marte, their best player. As that pitch is just off the plate inside. Cam Caminetti struggling to find the zone early. But yet again, it is very early. Slider. That's not a strike, as it'll be 3-0 to Ketel Marte. He will take a fastball over the heart of the plate. We will be careful with Ketel Marte, who is a very talented hitter. He's seen fastballs and sliders this whole at-bat. What if we dance a changeup down and away? And he was on it because it didn't stay away. As we'll try a big sweeper in. And he will take that for ball 4. A one-out walk to their best hitter will bring up their next best hitter in Corbin Carroll. So that's a big swing and a miss. Caminetti dealing. It's a slow rollover. It will be hard to turn 2. Carson Williams not with that turn speed. As that'll bring up Ryan O'Hearn, the former Pirate. As Corbin Carroll's off, we did not even think to hold him on. Now O'Hearn's got a speedy runner on base. Let's see if that actually benefits us in a little bit. It doesn't really do crazy much. His contact against left was 80. His clutch in general is 83. So not a giant change. The 0-2 changeup is a swing and a miss. Caminetti out of it. A great start by Cam Caminetti. Or at least good first inning. So we'll now face Logan O'Hoppe, the former Angel, and an All-Star 2 seasons ago, as that's roped foul early on an inside fastball. So we'll try a changeup down and in, just too far in, as all these Diamondbacks hitters so far I've seen have had low averages, as that's hit hard to Junior. Looks like the pitchers, very much like they normally are during the season, are ahead of schedule. Jake Bauers with some respectable numbers, which is kind of funny because he's probably the worst hitter on this team, right? At least that we've seen so far in terms of career numbers wise. Is Randy's able to get to that one. Jake Bauers down, and here comes Blake Perkins, former Brewers, top prospect, got great speed as this is popped foul. No one's going to actually go after it, funny enough. So we'll try and get that fastball up, and it just touches the top of the strike zone. We'll try the iconic Caminetti changeup outside, and it's just off the plate. We'll go to the curveball inside. Instead, it gets out over the plate, but it's fouled off. And now let's run the sweeper in. Unable to get the swing. We're not really on it yet with Jose Fernandez on deck. Fastball slugged in the air and foul. As we'll try and get this as to be strike 3. It's hit weakly again. Blake Perkins with a great at-bat. We'll try the changeup down and in. And that's called strike 3. Changeup basically middle in. Taken for a strike. And Jose Fernandez does not have a hit on the season yet. He's their number 3 prospect. This might be his first at-bat of the year, as this is sky to center. If it is his first at-bat, he's 0 for 1. Here's Ronnie Mauricio, former top prospect of the Mets. Yep, acquired from the Mets just last year. If I remember correctly, he tore his ACL and never really got back to being the highly regarded prospect that he started his career out to be. As that's a little rollover. That's out number 2. And now here comes Geraldo Perdomo. He he got out his first time, as that's going to be the first base hit against Caminetti on the day. He walked the now man coming up to hit in Ketel Marte, as these guys don't have crazy good averages to start the year. Diamondbacks offense, which is normally not something you complain about, especially in that ballpark, has struggled. Ketel Marte starting to get hotter of late, as this is a chopper, as no one decided to go for it. That should have been for James's ball. It's a swinging bunt, and it's going to be a base hit. And now we got to worry about Corbin Carroll with 2 men on. Fastball called a strike. It was inside. Carroll does not challenge. Good curveball, and it's sent to the wall. This will score at least 1. Randy misses it. It's going to score maybe another. The throw home is not in time. Randy, with an error in the outfield, is going to allow another run, as that was not a bad slider at all. Especially after the fastball in, going a slider that's outside. Corbin Carroll was just all over a good pitch. As that curveball is just off the plate. So now we'll face Ryan O'Hearn. All these batters are very much due. We've got to be careful, as that's rolled over weakly to the shortstop. Little lollipop throws got him. As the Diamondbacks instantly give up the lead again. An RBI triple, or a pair of RBIs at least. A double by Junior. A double by Aranda scored back-to-back runs, and then a triple from Carson Williams scored a run. So that's how we got our 3 spot. In last inning, Caminetti back off the hook. As we're going to bear down for this curveball. Don't want to miss it over the plate. Kind of still miss it over the plate, but he's taking it. So that fastball is middle, and drilled out to center. It's plenty playable. Hit higher than it was far. As what an outing for Ezequiel Tovar and Alexander Ramirez. 5 RBIs a pop. Tovar with 6. And a win against the Nationals. I'd hope you win if 2 of your hitters combined for 11 RBIs. Just imagine what the rest of the team could have done. As we got 0-2 to Bowers. Missing badly with that changeup. We kind of need to just go fastball slider right now. Go fastball slider until further notice, because we're not able to land that changeup right now. And the count's gone full. Got to be careful, as this is a little hard hit job. Shy of the track. Randy's got it. Randy Arozarena is not the good outfielder that we used to know. He has gotten very, very bad, especially in the corners. We've seen a couple of runs, or at least bases given up, by the inability to get the ball in the corner. Something that really just, that's a giant, like, no-no. Like, for lack of a better term, not to sound childish, but you can't just whiff on the ball. You have to get it in as soon as possible as he gifts us a strike. That should have been ball 4. We'll try and land the curveball. We're early on it, and he ropes it out to the outfield. It's going to one-hop off the wall. A great throw in. We might have a play at second, and we do. Blake Perkins. That's the play we've known from Randy being able to make, and he makes it there. He's due up next. As we don't get anything in that last inning. It's Caminetti. It is Jose Fernandez's Major League debut. He's actually made it in real life for James. Tap in the helmet. We will see. And it just caught the plate. Jose Fernandez, I'm pretty sure, is up in the big leagues right now. And we are 3 years into the future. And he's just now making his Major League debut. He is now 0 for... I was hoping he would swing at that. And I could be like 0 for 2. Now he's 0 for 2. Fastball by you. Sit back down, kid. You're not ready for this level. That's the 5th strikeout of the day for Caminetti. That's got to be a strike. I was hitting it multiple times. I thought they weren't going to give it to me. The challenge is no good. I should have hoped it didn't give it to me. It was just off the plate. It felt like it was a strike. So it misses by just an inch. Or not even an inch. Maybe a centimeters. We're given that one. We'll try another slider off the plate. And it caught too much. It's going out to center. And will be a nice play to cut it off before it got to the cap by Chandler. And now that's a man on for top of the order, Geraldo Perdomo. Fastball just off the plate. Actually, it was a strike. Both the lefties are warming up. We got to get this next 2 outs. We're going to try the changeup. Get it off the plate. It's fouled back. We've gone low, low, and low. Maybe it's time to try an inside fastball. And this is going to be popped sky high. Caminetti doing the Ed lose point. And that will be the 2nd out of the inning. This will bring up Ketel Marte. As Caminetti's starting to get low on energy. That fastball upstairs for a strike. We're going to try the sweeper down and in. It gets left over the plate. And luckily, no damage was done on it. We're going to bear down and try and get the slider in off the plate. Good on it, and it's strike 3. Ketel Marte down on strikes. Caminetti survives the 5th inning. Gabe Spires is in. And we'll win this game. Caminetti looks to get the win in it. As we'll have to wait a couple more seconds to see the final score. As we won 7-2. Trey Morgan 3 for 4, 2 doubles. Randy Arozarena homered again. As our lineup is doing absolute God's work. Corbin Burns, fairly good start for him. As we've taken the first 2 games of this series, our first home series of the year. And we will now take a look at the scouting of these players. We have the 16th overall pick this year as we're taking a look at some of these prospects. I don't know if this kid's any good, right? It's too early to tell. Miguel, I love your mustache. I'm scouting you just off looks. Pause, but, yeah. One thing I also want to look at is if there's a relief pitcher out here that just looks absurd, I'm not afraid to take a chance. I get that taking a closer high in the draft is not the sexiest and greatest look, as you don't see a Vulcan change a lot. We need to get cheap relief arms that are good, right? As we've actually had those for like so long. As you can see, our closer spot's good, right? And our relief's good because we're spending a lot of money on it. Right? I'm good with trying to scout these kind of like closing pitchers that are close to like basically being big league ready. Vulcan change you don't see a lot. Fastball, slider, changeup, and when he looks like he could be great and everything, sign me up, dude. I will take that. Right, so we'll sim to see that. Our only spot that we're not great in is center field, and he's got 99 speed. Right, like he's an absolute speed demon. As we're fairly good everywhere on this team. As you can see the budget, we got plenty of money to spend for the future. Doesn't mean I want to spend it, as we will player lock today. We're going to go down and player lock is for James the catcher as we look for the series sweep over the struggling Diamondbacks. As we go for the sweep, the pitching has given up 4 earned runs. We're hitting 300 in this series. Almost 330. As we have won 5-2 and 7-2. We can hold them to 2 runs today. I think we can walk out with another victory. As we will be the backstop helping out Luis Morales. As we're behind the plate here for Jake Bowers, who's going to try and get a bunt down. No, you don't, sir. Good bunt. Not good enough when Ford James is the backstop. He's going to come up to hit here against Luis Garcia. We've got a runner on first with 1 out, and we're going to swing through an 81-mile-an-hour cutter. We were just early on it. As I believe that's Brent Rooker on first. We're going to swing through another 82-mile-an-hour cutter. We need to slow down and be less aggressive. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball high. Not a lot of speed from Luis Garcia, who's now well into his age 30s. As here comes the 1-2. Reaching over 77 miles an hour on the breaking ball. And now we got a runner on first. And we're going to try and gun this guy. And we got him. A beautiful gun from Ford James. And he's able to run it over. As we got 2 runs back in this game. We lead by 1. And we got a nice tack-on run 90 feet away. And we're early on that changeup again. We need to just stay back and wait. Ford James has gotten off to a slow start to start the year, but a couple hits can change that. 75 miles an hour is not even hitting speed. As that's going to be weakly served, and that's a base hit. That's an RBI single for Ford James. It was a bad swing. It was a 66 mile an hour exit velo. But they all count the same as Trey Morgan's hitting 500 to start the year. Are you kidding me? Because that's going to be a ground ball to second base. That's going to be a double play. That won't help the average. But still, what a strong start to the year for him. As there are 2 on for Blake Perkins right now. I doubt there's a double steal try. But this is lashed into the outfield. They're going to try and send the runner home. You need to be quicker on that relay, dude. Aranda slow on the relay will allow both runners to advance as well. And that's how they take a massive lead. As we got 2 on, 2 out. As we're going to swing through a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Oh my gosh. Philip Abner, a soft tosser. As that's just inside. We actually had good time on that check swing. That's kind of funny. The 1-1 pitch to Ford James is good timing on a middle curveball. You kidding me? Good timing and it's middle and you couldn't do anything with it. 78 miles an hour and it just moves like that. Are you kidding me? As we're down 6. What an absolute disaster class of how this game has gotten out of hand. As that's going to be a second single of the day. It's a middle curveball. This time Ford James is able to do something with it. I'd expect a pitch runner. Maybe not. Trey Morgan coming back up to the plate. 450. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Would love him to keep the hitting streak going as he's going to flare one to the outfield. Get back, Ford. And now with 2 away, here comes Carson Williams, who's off to a pretty nice start on the year. The first baseman's playing like right behind me, so I'm pretty safe. As this is hit high in the air, it's going to the corner. We're going to try for 3. We're going to slide on in. It's a double. It's a Chris Paul kind of double. We don't score anybody, but up comes Chandler Simpson. 0 for 3 on the day. Would love a hit here. And it's going to be a weak roller to the first baseman. Chandler Simpson just unable to beat it out. Diamondbacks will avoid the sweep as they win 9-3. Luis Garcia did not pitch well. Luis Morales pitched worse. Logan O'Hoppe and Jake Bowers with great games. So that's how we drop that one. We're a game over 500. Now make that at 500. And now we got a situation where we're down 1. Elite speed on the base paths. Might I try a double steal? We shall see. We're down 1. We're off. Double steal. It's a fastball outside, and it's not Sean Murphy. It's not Sean Murphy at all. But we got 2 in scoring position now. The tying and go-ahead runs on. And this is going to be hit high in the air. Fairly shallow, but with elite speed, we will tag. The throw home is not in time. It's a tie game. Miguel Andujar with a sac fly RBI, and up comes Junior. Junior Caminero 0 for 3 on the day. The go-ahead run on third. And that's going to take the lead. A seam-high single. And the Rays lead 4-3. That's why you double steal. That's why you double steal indeed. Coming out is Ryan Fernandez to face Brent Rooker. Brent Rooker getting MVP chance. And that's slugged, stung to the wall, caught at the track. Out comes Griffin Jacks to face Matt Shaw. The first pitch to Shaw is a weak rollover, just unable to get to it. A weak rollover on a good place changeup. Zachary just unable to get there. And this will bring up Marzel Ozuna. Kind of the perfect guy we'd look to try and attack to force a double play. We'll try a sinker in. We're looking for a double play. With 2 strikes, though, I will take a big strikeout. Something that he's been prone to in his career. We'll try a sinker off the plate. It's a big block by Ford James. We got good speed over at first. Actually, it's Fiducia behind home plate right now. As we'll try that changeup in. The count goes full with Weatherholt on deck. The fastball's got to be good, and it's hit high in the air. Chandler Simpson, where are you going? Okay. He will make the catch. I saw it blinking red, and he's going nowhere near the ball. I'm like, where are you going? Please stop. Up comes their young, I'm assuming now their best player, J.J. Weatherholt, who's not off to a great start on the year. So that slider runs too far inside. We'll try a fastball high and upstairs. We'll get a big swing and a miss as his bat speed looks really slow. We'll try a cutter in. Try and get strike 3 as it almost hits him. As I am keeping an eye on the runner. We'll try a sinker down and away. And it's hit high in the air. Not very far though. And Chandler Simpson's under it again. Victor Scott is their cleanup hitter. Known power hitter Victor Scott. 0 for 4 on the day. Would love to make it 0 for 5. That's a weak ground ball to third, and that's the game. The Rays come back. Down 1 in the 8th, and they will win this ball game. 4-3 final. Jackie Zachary homered on the day. Chandler Simpson 3 for 3. Rooker with a bomb, and Junior with another RBI. With that RBI single, I should specify. Ben Brown picks up the win. We will go for the series win. Jonathan Aranda is a triple shy the cycle. The bases are loaded. We're down 3. This is a great big situation. How do we have 12 hits and only 2 runs? What? As here comes Lucius Doyle. And the first pitch to Aranda, smacked high in the air. This is going to be a sac fly. Hopefully, maybe. The run's coming home. The throw is not online. And please let me continue. Okay, there we go. It's a 1-run game for Randy Arozarena. We're going to enter. No. Why? Why can't I just play it out? As that's popped high in the air to center, and that's going to end the game. If you're going to allow me to hop in, why can't I just play as him? As we'll fall, Xavier Isaac gets his revenge. 2 homers against us. 4 RBIs. Incredible. As we'll drop that series, we'll head out to Cincinnati to face Chase Petty, who has not been good. Evan Phillips has a bases-loaded situation. As what a fun offense. Tyler O'Neill, Ellie De La Cruz, Danny Jansen, and Sal Stewart. As they're in the all blacked-out Reds unis that I love so very much. I own one of them myself. Sal on a 4-game hitting streak, or on a 14-game hitting streak. Zach Cutter's just in off the plate. We're trying to be careful to Sal. It's a chopper to third. Junior will make the play. That's how we get out of that inning. Here comes Ford James to face Connor Phillips. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Connor Phillips will walk you, as that was good timing on a curveball. We just couldn't get to it. Here comes the 0-1. Welcome to facing Connor Phillips, dude. That sweeper is ridiculous. The problem is he never locates it in the zone. Kind of my point exactly, but not the sweeper. The 1-2. Fastball low. I'm pretty sure he has like a he had a 9.5 walks per 9 and a 9.5 strikeouts per 9. Do you know how impressive it is to strike out 9 batters per 9 innings? You're striking out a batter per inning. That's pretty good. How do your walks match? Is that's 102 by ya? Yeah, that's Connor Phillips for you. He will lull you asleep with breaking balls outside and then punch you out on a fastball. There's 99 high to Trey Morgan. Good timing, unable to do anything with it. His average is down to 387. I thought for sure I saw a pop out of the hand. I thought it was going to be a breaking ball that I could hammer. That's hit hard to Sal Stewart. That's out number 2 in this inning. As up comes Carson Williams, having a great start to his year. 2-run lead. It's 5-3 here in the 8th inning. The first pitch to Carson Williams is a dribbler up the middle. Ellie's got it, but it's going to be a base hit. It was a middle breaking ball, and we almost somehow got out on it. As up comes Chandler Simpson. 0 for 2 on the day, hitting .317 on the year. And that's a big breaking ball just early on it. 0-1 here to Chandler. Just late timing. It's popped a mile high in the air. Ellie's got it. And that will end the inning. Evan Phillips is going to remain out here to face Kobe Mayo, who is having a terrific start to the year, if you can believe it or not. As if they will change. Yeah, he's hitting 102, which, believe it or not, is only slightly better than what Ke'Bryan Hayes is doing, playing every day for the Reds. Enough ranting. Yeah, so that's the swing of why you're hitting that. Yeah, sit down. There would be a rule I had, and I understand that call was overturned. As there you go, finally sit down. If it's a close pitch and you're hitting that poorly, you don't get the challenge. Especially if you're leading off an inning, because guess what? You're not an important at-bat anymore because you're not good. I'm sorry that I'm like tearing at Kobe Mayo. I have nothing wrong with like him in person, as this is going to be a call to the bullpen. We got a pair of guys who can't hit lefties at all, or at least not as well as they do righties. So we're going to bring in Jack Dreyer, who has been incredible for us. So they're warning us about a drag bunt. If they try a bunt, I'm beaming them. I will pull the pitch right back into him. As we're getting our first look at Dreyer, that's a beautiful curveball that McCarthy was not ready to hit. We'll try this little frisbee slider. As one of the reasons why I went out and got Jack Dreyer is because I don't want to have to face him. If I'm being honest, that little frisbee action on the slider, and then he's got a curveball that just falls off the table too. Like, that's a devastating pitch. Very Nicoladolo-esque in a way. Actually, I'd be interested to see if his release or his like pitching windup is identical to Lodolo's. Obviously not in real life. There's a little bit of differences. Yeah, so Noelvi Marte has never taken those pitches ever. There's a reason why he's at AAA right now. Mostly because that's a pitch that you should never try and pull, and he's trying to pull it. And that's the swing I've recognized for 3 years now. And here's Luis May. Hey, so here's something about Luis May. That fastball is ridiculous. He's not going to... If he throws me a strike, this game's unrealistic. That wasn't a strike, but, I mean... That's too close to take. As we're up to Luis May. Luis May has a lively arm as he is... I understand Luis May is dark. I can't see him against a dark batter's eye. They've made him ridiculously dark. Is that barely a strike? We're early. Is he does not throw 9. I don't think he's thrown a fastball at 94 ever. Maybe when he was 5, is that's a middle sinker that we pop sky high on. Good timing on it too. Normally when Luis May throws that pitch, it gets launched into a deck somewhere. Hey, that's the pitch I recognize. Jeff Hoffman! He's back! I saw him pitch in 2021. It was game 3 of the season. Got the start for us. People don't realize Jeff Hoffman was a really good Red before he became the most hated man in Toronto. Dude, I know physically from experience he will not throw a slider in the zone, and I see a slider and I swing at it like that. There's the 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Although he doesn't really throw a true fastball. It's really just sinkers and sliders, and they all get hit hard. Because they're very rarely in the zone, and so you just kind of know. You get to see 3 sliders outside, and as soon as he throws it in the zone, you hammer it. Unlike that one, that was outside the zone. You know, like, I'm commentating saying that how Luis May can't throw a pitch in the zone, and I'm swinging at pitches out of the zone. That's good timing on a sinker. Come on. He does not have some crazy hits per 9. I mean, he does in real life. It's just the opposite way around. I promise I love my Reds. They just make me angry. Yeah, no. Realistic slider. My neck is starting to kill me. Late tonight. 2-1 pitch. Do I even decide to swing? I don't know if I decide to swing. Because he's thrown me 1 strike. Or like 3 strikes this entire inning. We'll fight that one off. But quite literally. Come on, Aranda. I've said so many times he doesn't throw strikes. And I still swing at it. Casey Schmidt gonna lead the Reds off. Cedric Mullins is the leadoff hitter. Griffin Jax out from the bullpen looking for his 3rd save. He's 2 for 2 on the season. Has 2 appearances on the year. And that changeup is just apparently off the plate to Casey Schmidt.
Inside, ball 2.
And he's wearing number 19. What is this? No. No. Get that number 19 off him. Good. Sit down. That's a pitch Votto would destroy. You don't get to wear 19. I might actually remotely change it because that made me angry.
Yeah.
Or you know what? I'll add a player to their team that's so bad he will never play. As Danny Jansen's got a seam-high single. That will never play, right? I'll make him like a 12 overall and put him on their roster so that he kind of just takes up a spot. So he wears 19 but never plays, right? I should do that, right? See, the issue is then if this is Terry Francona, he'll start him every day, lead off in center field. Hi, TJ Friedel. But either way, this rant has gotten so far away from being Rays focused as this is a deep fly ball. Trey Morgan's got it. As that's out number 2, tying run is at the plate, and it's Elly De La Cruz. I don't hate pitching around him. I do hate where that pitch was located. So we'll try a cutter in. As if that's going to be called a strike, then, like, thank you, Blue. That's going to go off. Griffin Jax kicks the pitch. It was going to be a out easily. Hector Rodriguez is in, and here comes Tyler O'Neill.
Ball inside.
Wait, so who did... Okay, Hector Rodriguez pinch ran for Danny Jansen. I was about to be like, no way he pinch ran for Elly. I don't know why you would wait that long. Like, it wasn't important when he was at first. Just come on. It's going to be 3-0 to Tyler O'Neill. We should have been out of this, and Griffin Jax kicks the ball. Come on. Fastball. O'Neill does not decide to swing. That's a perfectly located changeup. He's challenging. There's no reason not to. And the call is upheld barely. Full count offering. The runners will be moving. We're going to bear down. Fastball by ya. Popped sky high. We will see another payoff. We're going to go change up down and in. Just early on, and he's fouling it off again. Bear down pitching. Griffin Jax, the sweeper, early on the release, but it swung on and missed. Strike 3, as that was a combo of words that have never been put together before. I was like, sway, or whatever. Don't know what happened there. I'd like to forget about it. Probably like what Chase Petty wants to do whenever he pitches. Sorry, Chase. It's Ellie and Cedric Mullins homered. Cam Minetti's DFA'd. I'm kidding, but like, oh my god. How? Cam Minetti not off to a great start on this year. Same thing Luis Morales. As Ben Brown has had 2 guys on base, it's Carter Jensen. As this is a... Yeah, Jake McCarthy, we've actually hopped into each one of these games. I was about to say, Jake McCarthy, wasn't he in a black uniform? And now we're in these beautiful, beautiful reds. As this is a tailor-made double play, we got to act quickly, and we got it. A double play by Carter Jensen. The tying run is at third for Casey Schmidt. We'll run this changeup in. That's got to be a strike. 4 James will challenge. ABS says... strike. Just barely, calls overturned. We'll keep both challenges. We'll go for a 12-6 outside. He did not check his swing, did he? I guess he did. We'll go curveball down and in. He's going to foul that one off, and now we are ahead of this at-bat. Let's try 100 Bayou. Strike 3, 100 Bayou. The false 19 is down on strikes. And we'll return to simulating. As Griffin Jax has the tying run at first, and it's Ellie De La Cruz at the plate. Ellie's 2 for 4. Jax is slow to the plate. That's a strike. That's a strike. We need it badly. Come on, Blue. We got it. ABS says, I don't know why I was asking for Blue to help us out, but he's got to call that a strike to begin with. I can't be having to challenge good quality strikes. That changeup, same place as the fastball. We're going to try and run this breaking ball in. So he's going to have a beautiful take there. Let's try and tie him up with a cutter upstairs. That's called strike 3. Ellie rightfully challenges. That's a horrible call, as it is a strike. What a pitch by Griffin Jax to get the corner. Ellie down. I've never been... See, that's how you know it's realistic, because Ellie's striking out looking. I'm sorry, Ellie, but... Insane stat I saw where Ellie has a 235 average when he has 2 strikes on him. League average is like 1, as that's going to be a seam-high single by Noelvi Marte. As the ball was lost, they're trying to go home. We just threw the ball everywhere. Chandler Simpson missed the ball in center field, and the aggressive send as we had already thrown it to third. The game is tied on an error in center field. Oh my God. We'll face Sal Stewart, who's going to hit a weak dribbler to short, and he's out.
Yes, you're out.
We will go to extras, as I don't know what you're celebrating, Jax. And they actually have the clock out there. That's cool. They got Votto's clock. As we'll finish playing, as out comes AJ Puck. Apparently he's the closer. We got elite speed over at second base. First pitch here to Junior Caminero is smacked foul. We were on that sliders. Junior's having insane reverse splits right now. Struggling against lefties despite his numbers basically being identical in the attribute column. It's 97. 97 up and in's a tough pitch to do anything with. 0-2 now. Spoiled foul. Just off the end of the bat. And I'm tempted to have a hit and run on. That smacked through the infield. We're going to send the runner, Jackie Zachary, home, and they concede the run. Junior Caminero gets an RBI single. And here comes Aranda. 1 for 4 on the day. The first pitch to him is smacked to the outfield. Get back, Junior. That ball's cut. That's thrown wildly away. Junior's going to take that advantage to move up to second. What an error by Jake McCarthy. And that'll bring up Brent Rooker with a big insurance run in scoring position. 0 for 3 on the day, hitting .320 on the year. And we're just late on that breaking ball. That should have been deposited into the second deck here at Great American Small Park. The 0-1 just off the plate, apparently. And it actually was just off the plate. 1-1 here to Rooker. Make that 2-1 to Rooker. In the driver's seat with a runner at second base. 2-1 pitch. Fastball bias. Just late on 97. Puck's confidence is low and his energy's lower. 2-2. Swung through 96. Rough. As we were just early on, and here comes Randy, who has struggled mightily on the year. But he's on this team for big situations like this right now. 0 for 3 on the day. Great against lefties. And he's going to swing through that slider. Fairly good timing on that pitch. It's just perfectly located. The 0-2. Upstairs. Come on, Randy. We need a big base hit here. 1-2 from Puck. Smacked foul. We were on that sinker, just unable to put it in play. Putting it in play might go to a off the scoreboard here in Great American, as that pitch is just inside. 2-2 now. As Puck's energy is very low. 2-2. Inside, ball 3 for James on deck. He singled and stolen a base today. The full count offering. Down for a ball. It's a walk. And they will go to the bullpen. They will bring out a new arm. It's Luis May, who has a 5 ERA. That strikeout rate is realistic. Except the problem is he grooves a lot of pitches as well. First pitch here to 4, James. We know the control is going to be wild. We have to be disciplined enough to lay off the off-speed pitches away. The 1-0 is a slider that got so much of the plate that we jumped all over it. It's so foul. As an error forced us into extra innings, and an error got a runner to second for us. It's now 1-2. We gotta be careful. The 1-2 pitch. For James is gonna bloop it into the outfield. Coming on it is Marte. It'll be caught. And we will go to the bottom of the 10th. And it's Tyler Holton, who has been very, very good on the year. And we'll face Kobe Mayo. Runner on second. That's got to be a strike. We got 2 challenges, so we can risk losing one, as it is just low. We lose one, but remember, if this goes an extra frame, we do get one back. Or if we lose 2. As now Kobe Mayo doing the same thing we did. Back-to-back challenges going the way of the Reds. And now we'll try and get a cutter into Mayo. That pitch is a strike, perfectly located. Or go to a fastball inside. And it's going to jam him. Sky-high pop. Under it is Chandler Simpson. The throw will be cut by the shortstop. And now it's Jake McCarthy. sinker spoiled foul, hit fairly hard. As Jake McCarthy's hitting lefties on the season better, and he tried to square and bunt. And we will run the runner back to second. Did not want to risk the throw. And we're going to try a fastball high and outside. They tried for a drag bunt as Trent Grisham going off against the Athletics. A 3-homer day and a loss. That's embarrassing. We'll try a sweeper off the plate. Just unable to get the chase. We'll try it low. That's blooped foul. Struggling to get the out of McCarthy. The cutter in gets to swing and a miss. Cutter in on the hands, and I love how those uniforms look in game. The sleeves being a different color to represent the sleeveless era that Cincinnati had. I like them. If they would have had a Sal Stewart version, because I already own an Ellie jersey, I don't want to have 2 different Ellie jerseys, because then that feels like insane glaze, right? I don't want to have multiple, right? Like, as a Warriors fan, I have a Jimmy jersey and a Curry jersey. It means I was able to get buy 2, get 1 off, and Jimmy's was one of them when it was a season-ending sale. As we got a chance to get the runner at home to throw home by Randy. They got him! Sal Stewart gunned at the plate. Randy Arozarena, a walk-off gun. And that's how we sweep the series against the Reds. Gunning him out at home plate. It's Junior Caminero a homer, Aranda a homer, and Carson Williams a homer. If Carson Williams just wants to be a great as actually no, that was only just the second win of the series. So we have not yet swept. Josh Reagan is just a stud. He's got phenomenal control, great clutch. He's a reliever with fairly high stamina. And he's got 2 elite pitches. Then we see Percy Keene, who's kind of the same with a Vulcan change. And this third baseman just looks like he might also just be so good. We'll go for the sweep of the Reds, and we do in an insane fashion. The Reds got 3 back in the 9th. A 4-hit day by Aranda, 3 hits from Trey and 4 James. 4 James with 2 homers in the game, 3 on the season. 4 James, 6 RBIs, 2 for Carson, 2 for Chandler, 1 for Rooker, 3 for Aranda, and 2 for Junior. Jackie Zachary, 3 walks, 2 for Rooker, 2 for Morgan. What an insane offensive output. As we now head to Cleveland. As we drop the first one, Ben Brown, a bad outing for the bullpen. As we blew it in the 8th inning. Ryan Pepio. As we are down 1 with elite speed at third. Jackie Zachary. We need a base hit here from you, kid. We're 2 games over 500. Andrew Walters has struggled on the day. 3 hits in between 2 games. And they've brought the infield in. Swinging and missing at 97. Not the pitch to swing at. What happens if I try and lay down a sacrifice? How insane would that? They were expecting it. They thought about it too. As Bo Naylor, the catcher, back behind home plate. That's chopped to third or first. We get the run because they decide not to touch first to try and get any out. So now it's a tie game. They'll go to the bullpen. It was so confusing, I forgot how to speak. As this will bring up Miguel Andujar, and we're going to try and steal. As we should not have swung at that slider. I thought that was going to be middle. And it ended up not being middle. The 0-1 pitch. Swinging through a changeup. that will put the go-ahead run in scoring position. This will now let Miguel Andujar's clutch come into play, which doesn't necessarily insanely matter. 94 or 84 is a hard pitch to get to. As up comes Cam Smith, playing third base today. Also very good against lefties on his career. 0 for 4 on the day, though, trying to avoid 0 for 5. Because that's an ugly swing and a miss on the changeup. It's a 10-mile-an-hour difference on that changeup, and it's got great dive. The 0-2. 95 in on the hands. Strike 3. And we'll return to playing. Gabe Spires to face Cooper Ingalls. That's got to be a strike for James. Agrees, he will tap the helmet. And it's just inside. What a tiny strike zone. Is Cooper 5 foot? Is that socked, hit hard, caught by Randy Arozarena. Nice play by Randy. Spires is getting tired. We're going to let him go out there still and continue to compete. As Jeremiah Jackson does hit lefties insanely well, despite what those numbers show. That's a strikeout, though. As Jeremiah Jackson's down. Khalil Watson up to the plate. Very basic batting stance. For James is going to tap his helmet, knowing he gets an extra one. Doesn't get to keep this challenge, as that will be a strike. I mean, as this game is going to extra innings, unless we give up a homer or a run here. So we kind of have to go all out with our challenges, because that challenge, if we lose it, we'd get it back right now. We go to extras. Here comes Brent Rooker. Great speed on second. First pitch here to Brent Rooker. It's going to be socked down the line, but foul. That fastball right on the outside black. The 0-1. Swung through at 95. Felt like good timing. We were just a tad bit early. We got great speed on second. We got to get the runner moved over, as that's going to be hit through the infield. Cam Smith decided to go back to second. I had to be careful. It's Trey Morgan.
Timeout.
I understand. He's 1 for 4. We got our 2 best hitters on the entire team up. Right here, right now. We gotta make the move. Junior Caminero is gonna come in for Trey Morgan. He's been great on the year, but we need the matchup, as that slider's way off the plate. Junior Caminero could make this a 3-run game in one swing of the bat. And he's going to swing at a fastball that was never going to be a strike. Way too aggressive. We need to calm down here against Emmett. That pitch is way inside. That should be ball 3. Gotta be careful here. Junior Caminero, the 2-1. Swung over on the splitter. A dotted pitch. 2-2 offering. Inside, ball 3. The count is full. Randy Arozarena on deck. The full count offering is socked into the outfield. That's way back. Going back on it to center fielder. It's out of here. Junior Caminero, a pinch hit 3-run bomb. And that's how we take the lead back. His 6th homer of the year. What a swing by Junior. As Trey Morgan's probably the happiest man in the building, despite him being the one that got pulled for that swing. And that's why you go to the pinch hitter there, man. Our best hitter comes through when we needed him most, and up comes Randy, who's turned his season around pretty well in the past 2 or so weeks, as that's an ugly pitch to swing at. We might give Griffin Jacks a day off, especially because we got a couple guys that really, really hit lefties well, or hit righties well coming up in the order. Randy Arozarena has 5 homers and 6 RBIs. That's kind of funny in a way. That pitch is off the plate. He hasn't thrown Randy a strike at all. We've swung and fouled off an outside fastball. We've swung at a high fastball. And that's the first strike we've actually seen. And it's a 1-2 count still. That should have been the 3-1 pitch. The 1-2 is slammed into the outfield way back. And that one is going to go off the wall. It's a double for Randy Arozarena as we've put up all of our runs against this bullpen. As up comes Ford James. And I'm not entirely sure what they're going to be showing. As, okay. He's 2 for 3 on the day. Average up to 286. And that's going to be a RBI. Coming around to score is Randy Arozarena. They concede the score. It's 9-5. And that will bring up Leo Rivas, the former Mariner, having a great season to date as we're really, really early on that changeup. Hits lefties tremendously well. Way down. And we'll see how we readjust this as somehow we went around on that. Yes, sorry for whatever that sound just was. The 1-2 here to Leo. Fouled back. Is we still have nobody out, by the way. It was good at bat after good at bat after good at bat that's gotten us this big lead. As that might be another base hit. It's just hang up enough to be caught. Because that's out number 1. It's the 8-hole hitter. That'll bring up Chandler Simpson, the center fielder. Ford James has a stolen base on the year. Is that one slung high in the air? It's foul.
No, that's foul.
I was about to say, if that somehow got out. 88 mile an hour exit velo. Is it fairly well? Just a tad bit early on it. Because we're very early on that fastball. 288 on the year for our 9-hole hitter isn't bad. When our worst hitter's hitting like 214, that's fairly good. Because that was a middle slider that we turned on. As the top of our order's just a couple at-bats away. Is Chandler Simpson putting together a pretty nice at-bat of his own. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled back. Emmett Barty. Fastball high in the zone. A little bit late. The game says good timing. I kind of disagree. 1-2. Upstairs. Kind of running a fastball in on the chin of Chandler. Come on, kid. That stung over the first baseman's head. That's going to get into the corner. It's misplayed. That's going to be a double. We've seen that a couple times from our own guys. And that's the 5th double of the year for Chandler. And they're leaving Emmett Barty out here to die. As here's Zachary. He's 1 for 5, 250 average on the season. And that's a perfect line out to the second baseman. A middle fastball was obliterated. And they will intentionally walk Andujar to bring up Cam Smith. Struck out in the 9th. And that's hit hard to the third baseman. Good timing. That will end the frame. But the damage was done. Jack Dreyer is going to come on. And we got to make a couple adjustments. So Jonathan Aranda is going to come in and play first base. We're going to leave everything else the same. Up 4 runs right now. Junior Caminero was going to get a day off for a reason. So he gets the 1 at-bat, and then Aranda is going to get, hopefully, only 3 at-bats standing over at first. And hopefully if we can just strike out everybody, which it does not look like we will do. will throw home. The throw up the line, not in time. It's a single for Ha-Sung Kim, and that'll bring up Bazana. That was the one hitter that hit lefties well. The rest of these guys don't hit lefties well, as it's Bazana and Manzardo. If we can get a double play here, that would be fantastic. That fastball is going to be drilled into the gap. That's trouble. That's all the way to the wall for Chandler Simpson to gather. It's an RBI double. The tie run is at the plate. Jack Dreyer's first earned run of the year was just there. He'd been fantastic on the season. And now we tango with Manzardo. Still has good power against lefties. As that's a strike. 4 James taps his helmet. The ABS challenge says strike 2. You can't miss that pitch, Blue. I'm sorry, Blue. You can't miss that. Is where to go with this pitch. We'll try a fastball tying him up upstairs. Strike 3 called. Manzardo disagrees. You've got a challenge. And it was perfectly dotted. And here comes Bo Naylor. Slider. Catching the outside corner for a strike. And let's try and dominate Bo, who is not like his older brother and can hit lefties. Former teammate of Randy, as that's a big punch out. Down goes Naylor swinging. And up comes Alex Freeland, who is kind of only on this team to hit lefties. Do we walk him to face Valera? I'm not entirely worried about Alex Freeland, but I will pitch him carefully. I will pitch him very, very carefully. Nothing that he can get extended on is the goal. Pitch him in, and more in. So we'll get that fastball inside. He'll bloop it foul. Jam job swing. And we'll try a curveball inside. Absolutely nothing that he can get extended on. Fastball popped sky high. Chandler Simpson coming in on it. It could fall. Chandler makes the shoestring catch to end the game. Just able to get out to it. That will end the game. And we hang on. It got scary there for a moment. 2 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th, 2 in the 9th, 4 in the 10th. That's how we'll win. 4 James, 2 homers. An insane start to his year. So we'll take this one. We'll look for the series victory against Cleveland. Caminetti will drop this one. Not a great start by Caminetti. 6 runs given up on 6 hits. Did he just walk a lot of people? 4 walks. We had 14 hits. They had 6. We fall by 1. As Luis Morales against the Twins, we'll get 2 huge wins. Does that say Jacob Lopez has 11 ERA? That's less than ideal, as we'll go on to scouting. These relief pitchers look really, really good. Josh Reagan looks like he might be a generational relief pitcher. But I think we've scouted these guys enough. We can take a look at other guys around the league. Like, let's take a look. The catcher position looks really, really stacked. Good thing we already have our franchise catcher. Although it's never a bad idea to scout good players. I'll scout Benny. He looks big league ready now. So, he's not going to be this good, but if Edgar Fernandez is as good as he looks, he's a generational player. He just won't be that good. But he's a raw player. Is Terrell Bryant? Looks like a good player. We could use more depth at second base. So we kind of don't have a crazy amount of depth at second base. As we take a look at the lineup, look at the names that are hot right now. Zachary's never going to be a crazy power guy. He's leading off for us. Junior Caminero is crushing the baseball. Jonathan Aranda's been really good. Brent Rooker's been great. Randy Arozarena's been the lone bad bat in this lineup. 4 James is crushing it. Trey Morgan, what can I say? Carson Williams, what a start. Chandler Simpson as well. Then we take a look at the guys who only hit lefties. Miguel Andujar. Keep raking, kid. Brent Rooker, he hits every day. But Miguel Andujar's crushing it. As we currently find ourselves 2 games out of first place to the Orioles, we're projected 86 wins. Wildcard's still 86, so it looks like we're projected to be a wildcard team. As we're down 1-2 outs here in the 8th inning, Bottom 8. We got 2 runners on, good speed at first. He's the go-ahead run. It'll be Ryan Helsley versus Randy Arozarena. Randy's 1 for 3 on the day. The first pitch to him, swinging and missing on a slider just off the plate. A little frisbee slider, a great pitch. The 0-1 is going to be grounded. It was a middle slider with good timing. And we hit it weakly to the shortstop. We'll return to simulating. And Trey Morgan has 4 James at first. Trey Morgan is the winning run. The tying is at first. We will challenge that call. I disagree with 101. That looked inside, and it was. Good challenge by Trey Morgan. For 1-0. I think that's off the plate too. We got 2. We can just keep challenging. And that's upheld. It barely catches the zone. What a insane pitch by Ryan Helsley. We still have 1 more challenge in our pocket as that fastball's by us at 101 at the top corner. Okay, Ryan. The 1-2 pitch from Helsley. Swinging and missing at an insane cutter is Trey Morgan. And up comes Carson Williams, hitting .320 on the season as the 8-hole hitter. 102 at our eyes. Unable to get a piece of that pitch. The 0-1. 0-2. 99, just can't tell where it's going. Slider off the plate at 90 miles an hour. This is what made Ryan Helsley so good. Until he started hanging sliders. Like that one right there, but we're early on it. That would have been trouble. That would have been 2 runners in scoring position. 1-2 pitch. Fastball at 103. Can't lay off that high fastball. And up comes Chandler Simpson. The winning run is his bat. That pitch is way off the plate at 88 miles an hour. It would be an unlikely hero for Chandler Simpson to walk us off here, but we need just for him to get on as that slider. Beautiful pitch just off the plate inside. 100 miles an hour at our eyes again. We finally got it timed up. We just can't swing at that pitch. It's so high up. The 1-2 pitch. Fouling off that slider somehow. Staying alive. Trying to keep the sweep a viable option. Big cut and a miss. We'd need a bad throw to stay alive, and it's a good one. That's how we'll drop this one to the Twins. Just unable to square up Ryan Helsley at all. Jack Dreyer, 3 hits. He throws a yes hitter. Austin Martin and George Lumbar with great games. We just dropped that one. First game of the week. Pepio against the Twins. We're down 1 again. We've gotten a run in already off Helsley. Or at least Helsley has just came in. We got 3 runs in the 8th. Not a great start by Pepio at all. 5 runs in the first 2 innings. Chandler Simpson ended the day yesterday with a strikeout. First pitch to him is rocked foul. He was all over that cutter. Chandler Simpson, funny enough, has hit lefties better than he has righties, but it's an early sample. His 101 is fouled off. At first base is Carson Williams, the 8-hole shortstop. The 0-2 pitch. Fouled off that slider. As Luke Raley collected 6 RBIs for the A's. Good for Luke Raley. 0-2 pitch. Beams Chandler Simpson. The winning run is at first, and it's got great speed. And here comes Zachary, 0 for 4 with just a 300 average. Or just under it, as that cutter's perfect. Jackie Zachary, the 0-1. Fouling off 101. Top of the zone, just late on it. 0-2 pitch. Fouled back that 96-mile-an-hour cutter just early on it. This is in the... And 101 is by the swing of Zachary. Felt like we had it timed up, and it was good timing. At least the game tells me good timing. I kind of disagree. Looked like we were very, very early on it. As it's 1-0 here to Junior. Make it 2-0, and the runners are both going to move up. The tying run is a sac fly away. The winning run is a bloop single away, and they will intentionally walk Junior after that. Junior's run does not matter, so we can just leave him in there. And here comes Aranda, who is very much due. That pitch is well low. As Aranda needs to keyhole on a pitch he likes. The 1-0 is off the plate away. Make it 2-0. Make it 3-0 to Aranda. Rooker is on deck. Aranda has the 3-0 green light if he likes it. That was ball 4 that he swung on. Good timing on 101. As Helsley's energy is low. That's ball 4. He walks in the game-tying run. Dave Roberts to the bullpen. It's Marco Rea to face Brent Rooker. Bases are still loaded. Anything in the air wins the game. Got to lay off the low pitches. Swing it basically anything chest high. Try and get it in the air. That's off the plate away. 1-1 here to Rooker. 1-1 pitch. It's slugged over third. It's down. That's how we'll walk it off. Brent Rooker. A walk-off single plates Chandler Simpson. And the Rays come back. They got shut down by Helsley the night prior. This time, Helsley's on the hook for the loss. And they will mob Brent Rooker. As the Twins can't believe it. And I can't believe it either. What a comeback victory for this Tampa Bay Rays squad. They win the series. They win the day. What an afternoon. For James, 2 more homers on the day. For James is blossoming into an MVP candidate in our very own eyes. 8 homers already. If we take a look at his recent games, look at this power output. Back-to-back games with 2 homers. It feels like every game we look at, he's hit 2 homers. Like, look at this run. He's easily going to be player of the month at this rate. If we take a look at the awards, who's the early MVP? Okay, Taylor Ward. Calm down. Who hurt you? Who hurt you? You're making $24 million. Nobody wronged you. Why are you going crazy right now? So we can take a look at All-Star voting. What's the All-Star voting? Running away with it as the catcher. Austin Wells has the next most homers with 6. And Dylan Dingler has the most next most RBIs with 13. 4 James has 21. Oh, but Kyle Teal has him in stolen bases. I don't care. What a start for this offense. Zachary's now red hot. And his OPS is just under 800 right now. He's slugging a lot. And remember when we said that Randy Arozarena was our weak bat? Yeah, he has an 847 OPS. Trey Morgan just hits 300. That's what he does. He hit like 301 with an 1100 OPS in the original sim. And actually had 1 less home run, so some counting stat differences. Carson Williams has been great. Chandler Simpson is cold. If our 9-hole hitter's cold and he's hitting 267, I don't think I care that much. Hunter Fiducia doesn't have a hit yet. It's 3 games, and he's very much now the backup catcher. Miguel Andujar in 24 at-bats has been very good. It's yet again 6 games. Leo Rivas has actually appeared in 7 games. But we will face Toronto. Caminetti, great start by him. As how many runs did he give up? He gave up 2 through 5 innings, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. He's looking to bounce back. Luis Morales, as Leo Rivas will sim this, will fall by 1. Jacob Lopez, we're down by 1. I'm fine simming that, and we end up coming back to win. Leo Rivas homered 4. James homered again. He's up to 9 on the year. And we win in extras on a walk-off. Nolan McLean against the Yankees. Against Max Fried, of all people. Caminetti will get Schlittler. Luis Morales will get Brian Bello, who got DFA'd in real life. We can take a look at how the lineup's faring. Randy's red hot. 4 James is even hotter right now. Trey Morgan's cooling off, and here's the reason why we went out and got Andujar. It was like, let's say that because Randy doesn't quite hit righties as well as he used to, right? He hits lefties primarily better. Let's say there's a big situation, or it's, although we don't have many guys we pinch hit in the everyday lineup, but let's say Randy Arozarena is on the bench, Trey Morgan's on the bench, and it's like a Leo Rivas and Miguel Andujar somewhere, and we need to get a big hit against a righty. Trey Morgan comes in for that, right? Trey Morgan is our insurance policy bat, as even though his average is going down, he's walking at a ridiculous clip right now. As we can take a look, actually, what's the injured list update? Gary Gilhill is not a good player. I can just say that. Brody Hopkins, 23 days away from his return. I'd love to get him back into this rotation, maybe, depending on how everybody in the rotation stacks up. Jacob Lopez has not been great. He's striking out a lot of guys. He's also walking a lot. Luis Morales has been better of late. Cam Caminetti's walked too many people. Nolan McLean has walked a lot of people, but he's gotten away with it. And then Ryan Pepio has not given up base runners at all. He's just given up homers. That's kind of been his whole issue. 6 homers, only 2 walks. God, that's beautiful. 2 walks. That's so beautiful. I'm sorry. I'm blushing right now. We're going to play this game against the Yankees in Yankee Stadium. We'll play full game. We'll obviously put it to quick counts, make it go a little faster. But I'm all fine with playing this full game, as it's going to be against Max Fried, so all the guys who start against lefties are going to be in the lineup today. And that's how we're going to have this lineup set up. Jonathan Randa, low on energy. we'll skip that for now. Max Fried currently leads the American League in ERA. Couple Twins, couple Orioles. And then Cutter Crawford also on the Yankees. The American League East dominating that graphic. And then, of course, Tariq Skubal, because that's what he does. Jackie Zachary hitting .276 on the year steps in. The 2-1 pitch to him is off the plate away. Yankees currently lead the division, but a couple teams hot on their tail, including this Rays team. And that's going to be slung on and hit hard to the outfield. It'll be tracked down by the center fielder. Turned on the 3-1 pitch, hit it fairly hard, and up comes now Miguel Andujar. This team is 7th in on-base percentage at .340 to start the year. And that was good timing on 97 in. The 1-1 here to Andujar is just late, swung on and hit hard out to center field again. And that's 2 fairly quick outs for Max Fried. So that'll bring up Junior Caminero, who's trying to be an all-star for the second time in his career, despite just having gaudy numbers over the past couple years. He's just been unable to be voted an all-star. One of the more underrated players, I guess, in the sport is this 3-1 pitch. It's a cutter just off the end of the plate. The count is now full. And we'll see full count offering here from Max Fried. And that's going to be hit hard to the second baseman. What a great play. I think that's Brandon Lowe. It is Brandon Lowe. The former Ray found his way to New York to make that spectacular play, and leading off will be Ben Rice, the first baseman. Baby Judge will challenge the first pitch we actually throw, and it's a good challenge. Way low, he knew it. 2-1. First batter of the game challenging a pitch is always scary, but when it works, it works, as that pitch seemed a bit high. Actually, it was perfect. We'll try this curveball. Feel like it's going to be left more over the plate. Strike 3 looking. You want to challenge that one, Ben Rice? Because you'll lose that challenge. As we take a look at this offense, Brandon Lau will be next. Willie Adames, Aaron Judge, Cody Bellinger, Ian Happ, Austin Wells, Dalton Varsho. They did not end up trading for Mason Wynn, as Jose Cabanero was originally a part of that deal. If that offseason video hadn't already been posted, I probably would have just redone the offseason exactly how I planned to do it. But unfortunately, I'd already posted it. It had already been a day up, and I wasn't going to take something down after it had been up for a whole day, right? Like a day plus. So there's that. Aaron Judge is on deck. This count has gone full to Lau. Sinker swung through, strike 3. You're down on strikes, back-to-back strikeouts for McLean. And now it's 2-1 here to Aaron Judge. Got to be careful with him. He swings through that sweeper. And we're going to try and run this sinker in. It's all been sinker sweeper to start this game, as that's 3 consecutive strikeouts. 2 looking. Yankees down in order. Up comes Brent Rooker, who's hitting just shy of 300. As the 1-1 pitch here from Max Fried is swung on, hit high in the air, deep out to left field, and that is off the top of the wall. It's a leadoff double for Rook. The Rook takes second. And that'll bring up Jonathan Aranda, who's just been our best hitter for average on the series. That's a swing that does not help the old average. 314 on the year. The 1-2 pitch is going to be rolled over to second. That will be a productive out. Gets the leadoff double to third for Randy Arozarena, who's been hot of late. Average up to 250, OPS just under 900. We're going to swing through that sweeper and just foul it back. It was a tad bit low. Randy crushes lefties. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Pulling the slow breaker out. It's the first strikeout of the day. And up comes Ford James, who's cooled off a little bit, but he's been our best power hitter on the season. As Ford James is having a ridiculous first month of the year. The 2-1 pitch swung on and missed. Tied for 4th in the American League with homers. The 2-2 pitch swung on and missed. Cutter upstairs. 4 strike 3. Up comes Willie Adames, the cleanup man, hitting just under 300. Not known for average in his time with San Francisco, Milwaukee, or Tampa Bay. And I guess he's turned over a new leaf since making his way to the Yankees. A full count offering, fastball swung on and missed. 4 straight strikeouts to start off the day for Nolan McLean, as we'll face Cody Bellinger. So he will foul that one off. 1-2 count. And we'll go to the fastball outside. The pitch. Taken upstairs. As we've kind of opened up the pitch usage here in the 2nd inning. And that's a foul tip. 5 consecutive strikeouts to start off the game. Nolan McLean is locked in. And so is Ian Happ. An absolute bomb off the bat of Happ. A sweeper that got too much of the plate. The 5 consecutive strikeouts broken up by a homer. As we'll look to get maybe the 6th strikeout. And we do. All outs have been by way of K. But Ian Happ breaks up the streak with the long ball. Here up comes Carson Williams. 2-2 now to Carson. And that could be a bloop base hit. Coming in hard to center fielder. He'll make the catch, so never mind. And now comes Chandler Simpson. Average down to 253. The 2-1 pitch. Fouled back. I just realized what time it is. I have work tomorrow, and it is 1:30 in the morning. The 2-2 pitch. So this will most definitely have to be edited when I get home from work. As the full count offering here to Chandler Simpson is a cutter down the middle with good timing, and it's hit sky high to center. Chandler Simpson rounds first just in case it's dropped. It's not. And up comes Jackie Zachary, who flew out to deep center his first time up. As we currently trail by 1. The 1-0 pitch. A cutter low fouled off by Zachary. The sirens play. The 1-2 pitch to Zachary is going to be blooped off going towards left field. It'll be caught by Ian Happ. Max Fried sets us down in order. And now we'll face Dalton Varsho, the center fielder. As that's hit hard foul. A sinker that caught way too much of the plate. The 1-2 pitch is hit hard towards the first base coach. Caught way too much of the plate again. And now we'll try with a changeup off the plate away. And it's rocked foul. Varsho seeing McLean very well. We'll go to a high and upstairs fastball to try and get the put away pitch. The pitch fouled back. This time not quite all the way on it. We'll go to a sweeper in, bear down pitching. The pitch hit hard to Zachary. The streak of strikeouts is over entirely now. It was 6 straight strikeouts for like the outs to start the game. Because that's a bad throw by Junior, but it's picked well by Aranda. As it's 2-1 here to Rice. As we have not fared well in Yankee Stadium in this series. It's been normally not a whole lot of long innings, as that's the 7th strikeout for Nolan McLean. It hasn't been big innings where like it's just single after single, double, 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 triple. It's just been like single, walk, homer, and it's like, bruh. As that will hang up just long enough for Ian Happ to run, or it's actually Cody Bellinger. So up comes Junior Caminero, hitting 300 on the season right now. The 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed on the cutter. Good timing, and he didn't even make contact. It's going to be one of those days against Max Fried. As that sinker's down off the plate, we're going to have to be disciplined. Take the walks when we can get them, and don't miss hittable pitches. 2-2 now. Pitch in off the plate. Too close to take with 2 strikes on us. Here comes the 2-2. And some Yankees fan I just heard in my ear called him Maximus. Okay. Sounds like a... Isn't that the horse from Tangled? Hi, Maximus. As that's a cutter down the middle that had to have been good timing, and it was. Unable to do anything with that pitch. The count will go full yet again. Fouling off 94. Felt like good timing again. 3 consecutive good timing swings. Unhittable pitches. Come on, Junior. Full count offering. Fastball upstairs. That's ball 4. Good timing again. Oh my god. The full count offering here again. The Junior. That one's hit hard to the outfield. That's not going to get out of here, though. Varsho's going to track it down. We were able to put the barrel on that one. Just late. How come we couldn't do it with the good timing pitches? Here's the 1-1 to Rooker. Takes the sinker off the plate away. Max Fried has kind of had Brent Rooker's number on their respective careers. 3 for 13. That pitch is low. It's 3-1. Aranda on deck. I don't think he wants to leave a mistake pitch, though, to Rooker, who doubled his last time against him. And that pitch is going to be fouled off. Count goes full. Good timing on that sinker. Just on the black. Full count pitch from Maximus. And that's smacked on a line to center. And it'll be caught by Varsho. We've really made one mistake pitch, and that's how it normally goes here in Yankee Stadium. As that was the second mistake pitch. Another sweeper that got way too high. And it's 2-2 now. As it's rolled over from our former second baseman to our current second baseman. 1 out. And here comes the judge. And that one's roped. It's not high or far or gone. But it's a single. Rest in peace, Sterling. Who I think I haven't recorded actually since he's passed. So might have to mix in one of those home run calls eventually. Even though I was never a Yankees fan, right? And, right, as a kid, right, you're kind of like raised like the Yankees are the big bad wolf, right? I've kind of come to like the Yankees. Not like in a sense of I'm a fan, because obviously, right, if my Reds are playing the Yankees, I'm all for them losing all day, every day. As we will throw it into third. It's a horrible throw by Andujar. But it's one of those where I kind of respect the organization, right, for all they've done in baseball. And at the beginning, I kind of thought those calls Like, it is high, it is far, it is gone. This will stay in the ballpark. So I'll get back to my story next time. So back to my ramblings at 2 in the morning. But originally you kind of hear it as a kid and you're like, wow, this guy's annoying, right? And then it's like, you actually get to like watch and you see like the video clips of him calling the games. And it's just an old dude calling his team, right? Having so much damn fun. So you begin to respect him even more. Because he, especially now as a person myself studying, like in school, is what a horrible swing decision. Looking to become a broadcaster, doing sports journalism, right? Wanting to be that role. It's so nice to see somebody, right? And especially in a city like New York where it's very, very busy, very chaotic, very much easy to kind of get into your like own little space and kind of just be like angry, right? Be like overstimulated kind of in an angry way. He just seemed happy every single day to call the Yankees, and it's refreshing. So, rest in peace, Sterling. I'll mix in one of these calls, hopefully on the next home run. That isn't for the Yankees. 1-1 pitch. I would love it to be for James here, and in his last 10 games, what a stat, as I will screenshot that. 8 homers, 16 RBIs in his last 10 games. And we'll take that pitch. How is a pitch to do damage on? Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Max Fried. Big swing and a miss at the 75-mile-an-hour curveball. Up comes Nolan McLean, who's been just as pitch efficient, really. As that's hit hard to first. Junior just unable to get the ball there in time. Austin Wells hit it hard. And now we will deal with Varsho.
No, that's a ball.
We need to be very careful, as that's an ugly swing by Varsho, the 3-time Gold Glove Award winner in center field. As that's a double play. What a job by this infield defense. Caminero for a 5-4-3 double play. And that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Jose Caballero. Cabanero? The former Tampa Bay Ray, former Mariner. As he will thread the needle just beyond the dive of the first baseman. And this will bring up Ben Rice. For James. Has a gun, just not able to get a dude with 99 steal. As that's only his first stolen base. Probably because he hasn't gotten on base a lot. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball down the middle. See you later, Ben. Leading off for the Rays. We're being one hit right now. It's Carson Williams. Our only hit was a double off the wall by Brent Rooker. And we foul off that sinker, just dotting the outside corner with good timing. And we were barely able to get the bat on the ball. The 1-2 pitch is blooped into the outfield. Good timing. Game says late. I'm looking at the ball and the bat being in the center of the green completely. So that's good timing in my book. And up comes Chandler Simpson, who's 0 for 1 on the day. Kind of like everybody else on this team. As the Twins, after losing a series 3-1 against us, averaged 7 runs against the Cardinals. Bad day to be a Cardinals fan. As the Cubs averaged 9 runs against the Angels. What is happening across the league right now? So that's like not a pitch you swing. Hey, good timing. Although the bat's in the green. Don't really know what it's talking about. 1-1 here to Zachary. No. No. What are you talking about? Some guy in the back saying, you went. Actually, he might have. 9 for 26. Zachary's been hot. The 2-1 pitch. No. 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 Miguel Andujar on deck. I so think I went on both of those. The 3-1 pitch here to Zachary. And that's inside ball 4. Austin Wells will tap his helmet. And we will see just off the plate ball 4. Call is upheld. And now it's a speedy runner on for Andujar. Max Fried kind of getting to his pitch count limit as his energy starting to get low. Swinging through a cutter, absolutely dotted, good timing. The 1-2 pitch to Andujar, and it's a base hit up the middle. Zachary's gonna try for third. Varsho's throw will go to the plate, cut by Rice. And up comes Junior Caminero. The next pitch will be Fried's 100th. And fouled off a middle cutter. It was good timing. Good timing on a middle cutter. The 1-2. Fouling it off again. That one just maybe off the plate. Too close to take. The 1-2 to Fried. Or from Fried, it's hit hard, grounded to third. Good timing. Max Fried able to escape it. And here comes Nolan McLean. We currently trail by 1. That sweeper's just off the plate away. Gotta be careful here to low. It's 3-1 now. Aaron Judge on deck. He singled on the day. And this is hit sky high right to Chandler Simpson, who's camped under it. Please actually get under it. Thank you. What was that, Chandler? Like, I'm camping under it. It automatically just starts guiding me away from him. Like, dude, please stop. Beautiful curveball. What a insane pitch to Aaron Judge, the 4-time Hank Aaron Award winner. And down goes Frazier. Aaron Judge, 9 strikeouts on the day for Nolan McLean. He started off the game with 5 straight. And that, my friend, is a base hit. Willie Adames smacked that one through the infield. Nice play by Chandler to get to it quickly. And Cody Bellinger's hitting just inside of 400. We gotta be careful. As Nolan McLean is now over the century mark in pitches, this will probably be his last batter. We will try and get the strikeout here. It would be 10. And it is strikeout number 10 for Nolan McLean. His day is done. Speaking of days being done, so is Max Fried's. It's a different lefty. It's Dylan Lee. It was not Max Fried, so that's good for us, as that's a first pitch swinging base hit by Brent Rooker. He's got the second hit of his day, third hit of us on the game. Gabe Spires warming up in the bullpen. Jonathan Aranda, the batter, as that might get down for a bloop single. That is down for a base hit. Back-to-back singles off Dylan Lee. And now we got something cooking here for Randy Arozarena, who is 0 for 2. 1-1 offering to Randy, and that's smacked down the line. That's going to the corner. That's going to score at least 1. It's going to be a double for Randy Arozarena. Aranda gets gunned at third just barely. And this will now bring up Ford James. Randy Arozarena ties it in the 7th. Now both starters are off the hook. And they said I went on that? Okay, that's slightly annoying. 0 for 2 is Carson Williams. Just able to foul off that pitch. One, 2 here to Carson. 80-mile-an-hour changeup. No chance. Gabe Spires into the game. Gabe Spires into the game. He will face Ian Happ, who is the only run on the day for the Yankees, homered from the other side of the plate, and this is hit hard to center field. Chandler will get the ball in quickly, will hold him to just a single. That wasn't a bad sinker at all. And now we'll deal with Austin Wells, who pops this into foul territory. Junior Caminero camped under it, will make the play, as it's a bad throw into second. The runner thought about trying to take it. As we'll now deal with Varsho. As this is going to be blooped into the outfield, Randy's got it. He will just kind of flip it back into Carson Williams. 2 gone now for Jose Caballero, who singled and stole a base his last time up. It was his first stolen base of the year. And to be quite honest, he hasn't made good contact all year. We'll go short way to second, and that will end the 7th inning here in New York. It's tied 1 apiece. And up comes Chandler Simpson. Kevin Castro, the pitcher, on the mound. The 1-1 offering. You say I went on that. How is the bat there? How does the bat teleport? Okay, that's just called the game wanted. Wanted me out. 1-2 here to Chandler. And that's going to be weakly rolled over to short. That's an infield single. No! They called him out! I'm ready to challenge. Just give me a second. Let me challenge. Out by just a hair. We will not decide to challenge. 0 for 2 is Zachary. 270 hitter on the year. And that's roped foul. Just early on an 88 mile an hour cutter. That 12-6 curveball is lethal. I can't see that curveball out of his hand. Thank you for pulling him. Truthfully, thank you for Grant Taylor. Here comes Andujar. First pitch to him is outside. 44,000 in attendance here at Yankee Stadium. The 2-1 pitch to Andujar is going to be a bloop single in front of Judge. And that will bring up Junior Caminero. We will leave him out there. We don't have anybody that's like a crazy speed guy on the bench. Is that 90 mile an hour slider? Grant Taylor has that kind of velo? I didn't realize Grant Taylor had that kind of velo. The 1-2 pitch is smacked to third. Good play. It was good timing on a middle breaking ball. Gabe Spires still out here. He will face at least Ben Rice. Gabe Spires is going to face Ben Rice and then Lowe. Or Brandon Lau, I should say, not Lowe. Though it's spelled just like the Lowe brothers, who are both former Rays. As that sinker's fouled off. We'll try a fastball in on the hands to Ben Rice to get the strikeout. It's popped foul. And just run a sinker in. Try and get a rollover. Ben Rice not going away easy. We'll now run this one off the plate. Unable to get it off the plate. As Zach Beck hit his 6th and 7th homers. As Ben Rice goes down on strikes eventually. First strikeout of the day for Spires. And here comes the 1-2 offering to Lowe. That slugged high in the air, and this game's untied. That went 351 feet. It's an infield pop-up that just sneaks out of the ballpark. And we're going to go to Evan Phillips to face Judge. It was a fastball that caught too much of the plate. Wasn't hit particularly hard, as Judge has himself a single. That's annoying. That smacked foul. That's strike 3. Willie Adames down on strikes. And now we'll deal with Cody Bellinger. That's hit weakly out to Andujar, who's got it. And we will go to the 9th inning. It's Jeremiah Estrada will be the pitcher on the mound. Yankees up by 1. The pitch to Rookers, down and away. Splitter. 2-1 offering coming from Estrada. Fastball splitter combo. And that fastball at 99 is just by us. We'll throw in an occasional slider. The 2-2 offering. It's a slider upstairs. Strikeout looking. Yeah, it just dotted the upstairs corner. There was nothing I could do with that. As here comes Aranda, the 1-1. Early on an 83-mile-an-hour splitter down the middle. Flailing at it. Here comes the 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Way inside on the slider. Two-two pitch is roped foul, but of course we're too early on it to do actual damage on it. Pair of splitters. We haven't seen the fastball yet. And there's the fastball right on cue. The count has gone full. Randy Arozarena due up next. The full count offering is going to be a base hit by Aranda. And that will get the tying run, or sorry, the winning run at the plate. We will have a pinch hitter. It will be Trey Morgan, who comes off the bench. 1-2 count here from Estrada. The pinch hitter just able to foul off that slider. Still 1-2 to Trey Morgan. The pitch. That could be down for a bloop. Nope, it's caught. Slider in off the plate. And this will bring up Ford James, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts on the day. The 2-1 pitch to Ford. Just off the plate. It will be called a strike. It's a 2-2 count. A perfect fastball. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. Get out of play. It will not. Game over. 2 solo homers is all the Yankees got. A terrific pitching masterclass. Just unable to do anything with middle pitches. A homer by Happ and Brandon Lowe is all they got. So we will continue to simulate. Ryan Pepio gets obliterated by the Yankees. Yankees are showing there's levels to this. Brandon Lowe, 2 more homers. And a triple. Or sorry, he had 2 doubles and a triple. Willie Adames homered. Oh my god. Yeah, so that's a bad day at the ballpark. We will try to avoid the sweep Caminetti. And we do. We get a bunch of runs on the board for us. Yankees offense still crushed us. But Trey Morgan with a great day at the lower part of the order. Randy Arozarena was great. Pair of 2 RBI days for Carson Williams and Rivas. Trey Morgan, Leo Rivas, and Carson Williams all homered. So not a half bad day at the office at all. Luis Morales will get the win there. 5-0 Jacob Lopez. As we will sim that, we will walk, or beat the Red Sox. Nolan McLean will pitch Wednesday against Boston. As we kind of take a look at how this team's performing, we're crushing the baseball right now, despite the bottom of our order being ice cold. Ford James is ice cold. The top of our order is still crushing it. Miguel Andujar still been so good against lefties. The pitching rotation are two guys that we thought were going to be killer are struggling. Nolan McLean has been excellent. Manuel Rodriguez has been bad. Tyler Holton's been great. The lefties have just been great in total. Ben Brown and Evan Phillips have been bad. We're going to move Gabe Spire to a setup role. Get Evan Phillips out of that spot. Griffin Jax has been great. It's just been our setup guys who have struggled. Gotten hit around a little bit. Then Manny Rodriguez. We are only a couple weeks away, 18 days away from Brody Hopkins returning to the team. We could also look and explore options at the minor league level for relief help. Nobody's necessarily killing it down there with a nice whip. There's always free agency where, hey, Aaron Savali, he's out here. He pitched well for the Padres a year ago. He's been fairly good in sim. Maybe he could become a reliever for us. Clay Holmes also out here. Could also move to the bullpen again, although he's got great breaking stuff on his pitches. Clay Holmes might be something we try. Trevor McGill is out here. He's been bad the past couple years, but we will do anything that we think is necessary to get this bullpen on track. Maybe JJ Bleday can be a relief pitcher. Who knows? Christian Walker? Probably not. I don't like the idea of a pitcher being named Walker. But yet again, we can take a look at pending transactions. There's nothing really crazy going on. No real good starters. So, with that being said, this is hour 4 of the recording. As the recording has been going for 4 hours and 15 minutes now. It is 1:58 in the morning. So yeah, I'm just going to end this recording. You're going to watch me save this file right here. We're saving it Rays. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Take it easy.